and Richards taking 3 for 7, Liebert 2 for 9. Good afternoon to you, Matthew. This is going to be an epic battle here.
Indeed, I think a lot of people will be glued to the internet watching this game very very carefully because the Guyana side has done a bit of work over the past few weeks, and we've seen the inter-county cricket in Guyana now a nice team put together, and also the Barbados side, which is very strong as we take the knee.
Yes.
All right, in solidarity with our brothers and sisters around the world. We know what occurred in major countries many months back, some months back, but thanks that even in sports we can show our solidarity and recognize that there are certain things that should never be named amongst us as human beings.
Yes, all lives matter, and black lives especially matter. So good afternoon to you wherever you are. Good afternoon to you in the 166 square mile island of Barbados. And of course to you right here in Guyana, 83,000 feet. So we're ready to start. Orva Giddings, who is a senior member of the Guyana team, a former West Indies player also, left our medium pace, is ready to rumble.
Yes, and she's got a lot of experience, Orva Giddens. So the Guyana side, the Guyana captain, Shemaine Campbell, depending on her experienced players to give her a good start.
First delivery is off the full face of the bat there by Knights. That's Kanisha Knights. And Orva Giddens, she's already 36 years old, and she's played 2 one-day internationals, both in Jamaica against England, and that was 2016. Both a loose delivery, and Knights didn't make use of it. It was a high full toss, not above the waist though, else the umpire would have called no ball. But loose one of the senior players in the side, she's 36. The other one is Tremaine Smart, she's also 36. But but Giddings has not played a game for the West Indies since 2016. In she comes, bowls another full toss, and that's gone 1 bounce to the backward square leg boundary. So an auspicious beginning for the Barbadians. They're 4 without loss.
Yes, if you look back at the inter-county tournament in Guyana, she did start that way indeed too, with a couple of full tosses, some wide delivery. Try and get it right quickly because you're playing against the top team in this format, of course, and the 50 over. They have dominated Barbados. They won the title in 2019, and when COVID stepped in, that was it. So we're back here now in 2022. Barbados is the team to beat.
So Guyana led by Shemaine Campbell, the only Guyanese who went in that Fairfield tournament in Dubai. This is a wide delivery. It almost landed on another pitch, and it's 5 without loss.
Lyndon Rajkumar signaling the wide. I think he's from TNT, and of course Ryan Banwari from Guyana, with Stefan Josiah as the third umpire here, or the standby umpire.
Team mentor Sharita Campbell. Fluffiana Millington is not playing. Maybe she's got an injury or something or the other, because she would have been a certainty. Casey Schultz here is Giddens, and played out into the offside, still 5 without loss. Then Kumari Prasad is not playing also. Ashmini Munusar, Loshana Toussaint. As I said, Campbell, the captain, the bigger Campbell, the cousin of Sharika, and Shinabi Gajnabi from Chesney in Berbice. She's the vice captain. Sherry Ann Fraser. Here is a ball. That's another full toss, and landing flat on her stomach for Giddings after she delivered that ball. And the batters got a single, so the total going up now to 6 without loss, but certainly losing her footing there.
Yes, Orva trying a bit hard here in our very first over. She wants to impress. She wants to give Guyana a good start, and so far has been a little bit loose. 2 full tosses, both down the leg side. 1 help for 4, and 1 help towards long leg for a single. But she would want to get that right, get her line right, get her length. She's the experienced bowler along with Tremaine Smart, who I believe will start from this end, the commentary box end, and in over number 2, but we're still in over number 1.
So Mandy Mangru recently played for the West Indies, is the other Guyanese player in the 11. Another full toss and hit through the gap between cover and the extra cover. Wouldn't have the legs to take it to the boundary, but the batters come back for two. So yeah, so a free hit. So a wayward start so far from the veteran.
Yes, not the best first over at all for Irva. It's yielded 9 runs so far. But Haley Matthews, the Barbados captain, has a chance with a free hit here now. I thought she actually played that full toss a bit decent just now, the no ball.
She's bold, but that doesn't count.
Doesn't count at all.
He had a mighty swipe. But most times, when you get a free hit, you lose your shape, and in the end, you don't get full value for a free hit.
That's true. You've got to be smart to pick that delivery. You've got to probably anticipate what shot you want to play. But depending on the type of delivery bowled by the bowler, who of course would be very smart, because the bowler knows very well that from that free hit you cannot be dismissed. So they've got to put their best foot forward in terms of bowling a smart enough delivery to fool the batter. And in this case, it did fool the batter, but remember, Haley Matthews was looking for a big swing. A juicy delivery. You can't be dismissed off of it. Nothing's wrong. She was bowled. She didn't connect. If she'd connected, it would have gone for 6.
So if you're listening across Essequibo or Berbice or Indemarara, Guyana leaving out Shanita Grimon, Kumari Passat from Essequibo, and of course Fluffiana Millington not playing in this game. The Bajans, on the other hand, being captained by that girl who's at the non-strikers end. This is a vicious shot. A well caught and bowled. Excellent catch. That was a superb catch. It was hit hard back to her by Knights, and she held on to it, and Barbados in their first innings. The
class of Cherry Ann Fraser. She's always in the game. Look, she had a wonderful outing in the intercounty championship here in Guyana, and showing her worth, showing her class. She was a Demerara captain. She's a West Indian cricketer, and she chance there that she took, really very gleeful, threw the ball in the air and ran away towards mid-wicket to start celebrating that catch. That's the class of this young lady, Cherry Ann Fraser. Very good, disciplined and improving cricketer. And what a good scalp to pick up. Knight. So 9 for 1 in the second over. And the new batter. So the sisters come out now to do battle. Kishona Knight.
Yeah, she replaced her sister. Her twin sister, in fact. That's a ball. Lifting delivery. And well played by Knight. Kishona Knight. Her sister, Casey Knight. And they've got 2 other twins. Well, 1 other pair of twins in this squad. Carrington. And the other sister, Shai. She's not playing. Rare instance when you have 2 pairs of twins in one Barbados squad or any squad. Cherry Ann Fraser bowls outside the line of the off stump, and a wide called by the umpire. So umpire Banwari has his first work out, stretches out the hand like a scarecrow in a farm to signal the wide.
Yes, Banwari is a good young man. And Lyndon Rajkumar from Trinidad. Lovely conditions of cricket here.
Good sunshine, nice delivery again, a little away movement, and played it with that outward movement was Haley Matthews, one of the better batsmen in international cricket. I'm so disappointed that Dottin is not available for this game. Leandra Dottin.
I don't think the Guyanese would be disappointed at all with that one.
Yeah, maybe some of the fans, but not the bowlers at least. Haley Matthews, the captain of this team, but here is Knights in strike and gets a beautiful delivery there from Fraser. Beat the batter, all ends up.
Beautiful delivery. Was pitched on her about the off stump and moving a little away, and she felt for that one, Kaisia. In fact, Kishona Knight, and was beaten all ends up. But Sherry Ann Fraser bowled very well in the intercounty tournament. Very impressive and bowled very fast as well.
Good delivery again, played with a straight bat by Knights. So when you look at sisters, twin sisters, there's Alisa and Anisa Mohammed, who played for Trinidad at regional level. Of course, the elder sister, Anisa, she went on to play for the West Indies. And of course, back in the days, Phyllis and Maylene Ramdular, they played for Guyana in the 70s. Ball that's pitched up by Fraser, and that's the end of a very good over from Sherry Ann Fraser. She's also got West Indies experience, so 12 for 1, 2 overs gone.
A brilliant over from Sherry Ann Fraser. She picked up the scalp of Kaisia Knight, a cotton ball. It was a beautiful effort by Fraser to take that catch, moving to her right, and came up with it, threw the ball in the air, celebrated, and the entire Guyana side, those ladies were very jubilant, because when you get a Barbadian batter out, especially knowing that the Barbados side is a strong side, even without DeAndre Dottin not being in the side, Sean, Barbados is still a strong side.
Yeah, very, very strong side.
And they've dominated, and to pick up that wicket with 9 runs on the board when she went was certainly what the doctor would have ordered for Guyana.
So 12 for 1. We are in the third over now. Tremaine Smart from Berbice as we placed her fellow Barbadian, Orva Gittings, and she's bowling her first delivery. Good fielding by Smart. She's one of the fitter people in this Guyana team, and she's 36-year-old. Herself and Orva Gittings are the oldest players in this team, and she's just as fit as the young girls. She works hard on her cricket, plays for a team in Berbice called Tuckburg Park, and she plays with the men also, first division. This is a ball that's outside the line of the leg stump, coming back in towards the captain, and played out towards mid-on by Haley Matthews.
Is she a coach as well?
Yes, a level 3 coach. Yeah.
Excellent young lady, good cricketer, has given a lot to cricket.
She was in fact on the 19 girls team coach.
That's right.
When they went to Trinidad.
And she bowled very well in the intercounty tournament as well for Berbice.
Yes, ball that's pitched up, and good work in the outfield. Good fielding there. The Guyanese on their toes. Nice shot though by Haley Matthews. And luckily for Guyana, they stopped the ball going for 4.
Yeah.
That was good work by the fielder.
Casey Schultz, who would have played in Georgetown. I think she played on the tutorage of one Mr. Clyde Butts, if I'm correct. The Guyana. And so she's a young lady that is working hard on her game as well, Casey Schultz.
We'll be talking about sisters, and I just saw Anne Brown coming upstairs, and I reminded her that in the 70s, in 1973 to be precise, she had 4 sisters in the Trinidad team playing with her.
Look at that. How old were you then, Sean?
I
Must
was
have been
just
about
3 years old.
3 years.
Yeah.
Wow. I was 7. Yeah, wonderful days when you reflect on women's cricket in the Caribbean region here, and some of the wonderful cricketers that were produced in that time.
Smart in bowls, a good delivery in the block hole, and Shauna Knight. In the 2019 tournament, which was played right here, Barbados won, and then they are trying to defend that title now. This is the first time a regional female tournament at the senior level has been played since 2019. Good delivery, and goes to the keeper. That's Shemaine Campbell on the black hat with torch on her back.
Very dedicated cricketer. Good to see her leading this Guyana side. And with her presence, it means a lot to all the players. They'll be encouraged, they'll be motivated, because she's an outstanding cricketer.
Smart bowls, and that's clipped away out towards the mid-wicket position. Would it have enough to take it to the boundary? Yes, it does. So that's 4 runs on the line of the leg stump. Too much up, and signaled 4 by the umpire Rajkumar from Trinidad and Tobago, and the over hasn't completed. A rare loose ball. Finally, a loose ball to end the over. 4 runs off of it, and the total is now 17 for 1. 4 to Kishana, 4 to Haley Matthews, and 5 to Kishana Knights.
She picked it up beautifully on the leg stump and she clipped it nicely over the inner circle. That is always a safe shot within the first 6 over of any T20 match and down to the boundary for 4. But she picked that one nicely and gave her team a boundary. 17 for 1.
Well,
it's good to see with us, Sean, the presence of Courtney Walsh, Travis Dowling and Steve Libor, the men who are looking on carefully.
That's flicked away. Nice disdainful shot. It would stop inside the boundary because of the sogginess. Well, not sogginess, the wetness of the outfield. There has been pounded with rain over the last couple of days. And if that was a lightning fast outfield, I would have skidded on for 4. So it's only 2 runs and the total going up to 20 for 1.
Yes, that was a nice shot. Again, just outside the leg stump, and the right-hander, Matthews, the captain, picked it up nicely and sent it over the square leg area.
Fraser, number 11 on her back. Both Knights drives nicely out to its cover. And if you're listening to us in Barbados, good afternoon to you. Barbados left out Scanterbury, Lisa Scanterbury. They left out Tricia Holder, and also left out one of the twin sisters, Shay Carrington. Her sister Shawnette is playing. This is outside the line of the Austin one, steered with a horizontal bat out towards the lady at third man, and the left-handed Orva Gittins. He's one of the older persons, so the Bajans would target her. She knows she's not as mobile as she was a couple of years ago, so they came back for 2. Good running, 22 for the loss of 1.
Oh yeah, Shanetta Grimman did give chase, but Giddens got to the before coming around from the fine leg area. She's positioned at third man. That's for the left-hander. Yeah, so we're talking about Walsh, Liebert, and Travis Dowling watching the game here. Of course, these are the men who overlook ladies cricket in the Caribbean.
Deliberately hit over the top, and again it will just stay right where it was. Maybe a couple of bubbles. So no fault of the ground staff, fault of the weather. We've had the May-June rain, and the players go for 1, so 24 for 1. Kanisha Knights on 9, Haley Matthews on 7. Back of a lane, good delivery there from Fraser. Played into the outside, and there's no run. So lots and lots of cricket to be played in the Caribbean, including the Cricket Carnival, which is going to be here in Guyana. The CPL, the finals going to be played here for the next 3 years, and that will maybe host a massive crowd. People already coming in, looking for hotels and all of these things. This is a ball that's pitched up and stroked away out towards mid-off, and the over comes to an end. So at the end of 4 overs, it's 24 for 1. Barbados losing Kanisha Knights. She was out for 5. And the other Knights, her twin sister, Kanisha, she's on 9. Matthew, the captain, Haley Matthews, she's on 4. On 7.
Yes, you look at the scoring rate, 6 runs per over after what? After 4 overs, not bad at all. They're going to pick that tempo up. Good batters to come as well, but your captain and another good batter, the wicket in Kishana Knight. They're going to build on this partnership now with the first wicket going at 9.
Smart. Rushes past the Trinidadian umpire Rajkumar, and bowls to Matthews, the 24-year-old Barbadian captain, is forward in defense. Well, she made her international debut against Australia in 2014, and she started when she was 9, captain in the her boys' school. Was 12 when she made the Barbados senior women's team. So lots of talent since those days. Back and across she comes. And in fact, she also was a gold medalist at the Carifta Games.
Yeah, so she's been around for a while.
Yeah,
and
in the
is
2015 Carifta Games, she won gold in javelin.
very talented, very gifted. Haley Matthews, known throughout the world for stroke play. Very powerful hit of the ball, good timer of the ball, good place of the ball.
Also played in the Big Bash in Australia, so she's got a world of experience. 63 ODIs and 61 T20 internationals for women. And this is hiked away over this into the backward square leg boundary for 4. So the pitch too slow for Smart to be bowling short deliveries like that. Didn't really have venom in it and dispatched with ease by Haley Matthews. And she's gone into double figures now, 28 for 1.
She's been gifted a few deliveries as well, a couple of full tosses and so on that she's put away. And no doubt one of your stronger batters in the side, if not the strongest. You don't want to bowl such deliveries to at all.
Smart, we've lost the sunshine temporarily. That goes right through Matthews. And capitalizing on the throw by the keeper. It missed the stumps. There was Smart going back towards her mark.
Correct.
And the batters ran by.
Yeah, she went out of the game at that point in time,
lack
turned
of
back to
awareness.
walk back to her mark, but the ball wasn't dead, and that's what you've got to be careful. I thought that was smart cricket by the Bajan girls here to take that single.
And not smart cricket at all by Smart. Didn't live up to her name on that occasion. Went back to her mark before the ball was dead. Smart.
When you talked about the finals of the CPL and so on being held in Guyana, and it will be for 3 years straight, you made me remember one of my friends in the US said himself and a lot of family members have bought all their tickets already online. 20 of them are coming.
So the tickets have begun sold online?
Apparently online. That's my understanding from him. If not,
because I was wondering.
If not, Sean, 20 of them are planning to be here.
Okay, right.
For that finals.
Yeah, because the draft has not been done as yet. I was talking and he told me that he was surprised that the tickets were being sold. Smart, 36-year-old from New Amsterdam in Barbados and bowls, and that's a good shot out towards the fielder at the mid-wicket position, putting pressure on the arm of Mandy Mangrove.
It looks like
and they
two
come
songs.
back for 2. So at the end of the over, 5 overs gone, 37 for the loss of 1 wicket.
Yeah, the run rate pretty good, and these two young ladies from Barbados giving their team a nice start after the fall of Kaisi and Knight. Cotton bowled Fraser for 5 in the second over. It was 9 for 1 then so far. They've put together a nice little partnership here, and their Barbadian batters are known for doing in female cricket. These two girls are very experienced, Sean, and certainly they're looking to put their team in a very good position.
Yeah, as I say, good afternoon to Sir Clyde Godfrey Butts, former West Indies off-spinner, former West Indies selector, former West Indies women's selector. He's got so many caps on his head, but now he's not wearing any of those. He's got only his glasses on. Good afternoon to you, Clyde.
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Devers, and how are you today?
I am too blessed to be stressed.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
So Fraser, 22-year-old, goes in, and Matthews plays it into the onside, and there is no run. So 31 for 1. You just completed 5 overs. Good start, even though they've lost 1 wicket. Good start by the Bajans.
Yeah, I think that they've started well. I mean, apart from the first over as well, I think Guyana has come back nicely. They've bowled pretty well, and I think Guyana would say that they're sharing this first power play at the moment. I think they've bowled pretty well. Apart from that first over, they've kept things fairly tight, and they've taken a wicket. A brilliant catch by Fraser off her own bowling. So I think that's good for the cricket as well. Good to see. And good to see how lively Guyana looks on the field.
Yes, that's one of the things that has impressed me. The liveliness, the passion shown by the Guyanese girls. This is on the line of the Midland leg stump, played out towards mid-wicket. And there is no run. So Sherry-Ann Fraser has played 3 one-day internationals, 3 one-day internationals and 1 T20. Made her debut against South Africa in 2021. That's last year. Ball that's pitched up, and nice work by the fielder coming across, parried the ball out towards Mandy Mangru, did it mopping up, and back towards now to Sherry-Ann Fraser. Guyana certainly looking lively in this first part of this match.
Yeah, definitely. And they look good in the field. You can see they're young, they're energetic, and they're doing it on the field as well. And that's good. It's a good start. And they will just have to continue that in that same vein.
Good delivery there, lifting her head, looking to play it through mid-on. And in the end, the ball peeling off the inner part of the bat and going down to Giddens at fine leg. Good delivery again from Fraser. A little inward movement.
And that's what she does. She tends to get the ball to go in and away from both batters. And we saw her a couple of weeks ago bowling right at the stadium, getting the ball to actually leave the right-handers. She's probably getting a little bit of an in swing now.
So left hand, right hand come. Fraser's in, bowls this time on the leg stump. Just maybe pitching just outside the leg stump. Hit on the pad as he looked to play it backward of square. Missed the shot. But the appeal said not out by the umpire as the over comes to an end. So at the end of 6 overs, 32 for 1. Guyana fighting back. Two good overs in a row.
Well, I don't know if you can say fighting back, because I think from the second over they were really into the game with that ball and caught from Fraser. That was a good catch, and I think they have bowled well since. However, Giddens didn't start well, bowled too many full tosses, and maybe was a little lucky as well to get away with one of those, because I thought both may have been a little high, and she could have been out of the attack. And looking at Guyana team generally, I think it's a good squad. I think if I was to have any criticism, I think you might say that Giddens might have been the lucky one to be playing today.
So Smart, the Barbadian, and Matthews is forward to a ball that's pitched up, plays it into the onside. Spectators, well, mostly police officers when you look at it, but there's about 5 spectators or 6 in the red stand, but today's a working day, so we don't expect a lot of people, and this game was not as promoted as it should have been, to my mind. Here is Smart and bowls to Matthews, and Matthews is hitting that. Yeah, Mandy Mangru. I thought for an instant that ball was a bomb ball, but it was certainly straight to her, and she put her left hand to it, and both hands she got it, and she floored a catch.
Yeah, I think it was going to her left. It was struck quite nicely, well, not with any great power, but was timed, and she got both hands to it and should have been taken. I think those are the catches that you have to take to keep yourself in the game and to ensure that your team stays ahead.
And she's one of the players who would have just played for the West Indies. Good delivery and good soft hands. And Smart has a shy the stumps, and they capitalize and go back for the overthrow. So everything happening in that delivery. It was short, it was played with nice soft hands, good awareness of the Smart coming in, had a shy the stumps. Nobody was backing up. You don't expect the keeper to get up there. The quickness she threw the ball with, and it was back up in the deep, and they got an overthrow.
Yeah, I think a little bit of a mistake as well from the field out in the deep, because she should have been coming in, and had she come in probably another couple of yards, would have certainly put Hayley Matthews under a lot of pressure.
Bad line down the leg side, and this is going to go a long way towards the boundary at fine leg and into the boundary for 4. So just straying outside the line of Knight's leg stump, and she worked it away and gets a boundary. So 39 now for 1. Goes now to 17 from 17 balls. Her captain is still there. She's on 13.
Yeah, it was a badly lined delivery, line outside the leg stump. Knight just worked it nice and fine. She didn't try and hit it too hard. She just worked it fine and was able to get 4 runs.
Good delivery again. Played it with a away movement this time, out towards the fielder there at the gully position, and maybe a more a backward point inside the circle than a gully. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fielders inside the circle, 3 on the off and 2 on the on. Smart. Good delivery. That one came back, and good delivery there from Smart. So she's got the ball to move both ways in that over. At the end of it, 7 overs gone, and there's the total going up now to 39 for 1.
Yeah, good over from Smart bowling. Just on or about the off, so I'm getting the ball to nip back a little actually, and keeping the batters fairly tight. So that was a very good over, and keeping things tight. And I think when you look at the board and you see 7 overs gone, and you look at the scores and the score, and now you're thinking, well, that's a good score. We have kept them down well, and we need to keep that pressure on. We need to keep that pressure on as a bowling unit. So that at the end of it we can keep that pressure on them so that they don't get away, because you don't want them to get away. You've dropped Haley Matthews, who I think everybody knows what she can do, and so you will be thinking now you don't want Haley Matthews to get away from you, because if she get away, that can be a big problem for you, because she's such a good batter that she can really take the game away from you.
Well, both of these teams played in the inaugural women's tournament in Grenada in 1976, and since then Guyana's never won a women's title. That's interesting. But Barbados have won 2015, 2018, and of course the last time they came here, so they're the defending champions. Here's a ball from the off spinner, and it's played into the onside, and there is no run. Back and across she comes. Haley Matthews and Grimman. I was told that Grimman was one of the players who are not in the team. And this is a ball that's punched away off the back foot and played down towards the backward point, and there is no run. So it's Grimman, the off spinner, bowls, and that's hit down towards long on, and there is just a single. So Clyde, and it's difficult to, when you're bowling to left hand, right handers, to every ball a different batsman. You have to change your line of attack, and you have to bowl a different pace and so on. If 2 batsmen were there, you would want to set them up bowling all the balls to 1 batsman.
Well, in any form of the game, you don't want to bowl to 2 batters in an over. You don't want to give them 6 singles and keep rotating the strike. Just puts you off your line a little sometimes.
Down the leg side, but this time she misses the shot, but it's still a run because it's a wide. So
and lucky to have gotten away with that, because a little edge there, a little bottom edge, or a good sweep shot, that would have been 4 runs.
And the
because there's no deep backward square.
Forward square leg. Nice flighted delivery, and that goes right through the batsman. A little bit turn, not much, but mainly beaten in the flight.
Definitely, she was beaten in the flight. It was full. Probably, as if you're a batsman, you would say that was a half volley, and you needed to put that away.
So Grimman going from over to the right-hander to wrong the wicket to the left-hander. She's in, bowls, and that's a quicker delivery, and maybe just hit outside the line of the leg stump. And good delivery though, would be a moral victory for Grimman, as Knights just missed the shot. And at the end of the over, 8 overs gone, 41 for 1.
That's a very good over from Grimman. Not really getting the ball to spin a lot, more depending on her flight and her pace, and trying keeping the batsman on the front foot and bowling fairly straight, not giving her any room to look to hit through the covers, or one delivery that went down the leg side that she missed, that she should have scored against. But all in all, that was a very good over from Grimman.
Yes, she's 23 years old, and she's played already 7 one-day internationals and 90 20s, are the best bowling in one-day internationals of 4 for 33. you don't see next to their names nowadays ladies from the West Indies Test cricket. Back in
No,
the days,
because we
yeah.
haven't played Test cricket since in those 1970s or
yeah,
60s, and the convener of selector for the women is Anne Brown,
yeah.
who would have played in some of those Test matches in the old days, and who I think got 100 as well in one of those games.
That's a ball that's played away outside the line of the off stump. Backing away was Hayley Matthews, and she get it close to the third man boundary, and they come back for 2. Loose bit of work there again from Campbell, and loose bit of a return from the fielder there. So Guyana were on their toes. They've got to buck up now. They're beginning to lose that accuracy when they throw the ball outside the line of the off stump. And Ashmini Munusar, yeah, she's the off spinner. This team have a lot of players from Barbados. There's one from Essequibo, Kumari Prasad, but she's not in the final 11. This is a nice shot, leaning back and playing it out down to the deep cover. And easy run there for Hayley Matthews. So 43 for 1 as Matthews goes up now to 16.
I think Munishwar is just trying to bowl a little too quickly. She's bowling a little quickly, maybe because of it's our first game at this level as well. Trying to bowl a little too quickly, just outside the off stump, knowing that she's bowling to one of the better batters in the Caribbean as well.
You just spoke about
not giving it the flight.
Yeah, you just spoke about Anne Brown. She had 4 sisters playing in the same team in 1973 against Guyana. This is hit deliberately over the top, and they get a single again. So this time it's too full and too wide.
And we have to be careful how we say Anne Brown now, because you have to say Anne Brown John.
Yes, Anne Brown John.
No, because I don't want her to be giving me any licks when I get to see her later.
So Munusar will come around the wicket now to bowl to the left-handed Kushana Knight, who is on 17. Hayley Matthews is faster, she's on 19. And Kushana's sister is the only batter gone. So 1 wicket going down, 46 runs on the board. The sun back in all its glory. Wayward delivery down the leg side. Well taken there by Campbell. And 1 more to the score, 47 for 1.
A bad delivery, but well taken, as you said, by Campbell. But she's just not settling. I think she's just trying too hard. That's a better delivery. She's bolder. She's bold.
Yes, and Campbell, the bails or something must have knocked her in her eye, and that could be dangerous. Knights is bowled by Munusar for how much she made? 17. It's 47 for 2, but there is some problems now for Shemaine Campbell.
Well, that would be a big miss if Shemaine Campbell is really hitting the eye, because she's such a good wicket keeper, and she is Guyana's best batter. But that was a very good delivery from Nishwar. That was slower. It was giving more flight, inviting the batsman to look to drive. She came forward, looking to hit it probably through mid-wicket area. It just spun a little, but mostly beat her in the flight, and she miscalculated and was bold as she tried to hit across the line.
Yeah, so Knights, her twin sister, was the first to go, and then had a little partnership going with her captain, Hayley Matthews, and then she was bowled with a beauty in the first over from Munusar. So she's gone, and total now 47 for 2. It's really nice to see the sun out in all its glory after yesterday's rain.
It certainly is, and I'll tell you what. When I looked out this morning, I didn't think we were going to have cricket, because I live only about a few hundred yards away from the venue, and you looked over and you said, well, there will be no cricket today. The outside was really black, and the clouds were low down as well, but they all blew away, which was good. It is good for the cricket.
Started in slightly hazy sunshine, now it's brilliant sunshine. As a plane, maybe that Caribbean Airlines flight from Trinidad and Tobago about to land at Ogle. Nice setting here, built from a sugarcane plantation, and all of those new developments you start there.
Yes, I was just talking to Junior Murray, and he was asking me what was here before the stadium was built, and I said all of this was Cane Field. Cane
Including
Field
the
land.
stadium.
He hasn't been 7 or before 2007, so he's telling me about all the changes that you've noticed and so on. I said yes, we've got lots of changes.
And you were talking about Travis Dowley, and I remember when Junior Murray scored 218 against Guyana Tantin. That was the day when Travis made his debut and mashed on his stumps.
Things happen in cricket.
Here is Munusar. Her tail is up.
I was trying to give a little tail to a couple of his girls just now, but he didn't want me to tell them.
Oh my, she's
Oh,
bold.
off stump.
She's on a hat trick. Allen is bowled comprehensively first ball, and Munusar was on a hat trick. 47 now for 3.
Yeah, very good delivery. Pitched just as outside the off stump. It turned a little, and she was going back when she should have been on the front foot, not expecting the ball to turn, and it hit middle stump out the ground. Well bowled by Muniswar on a high at the moment. They've gotten 3 wickets. That was a good delivery. It spun back. But Haley Matthews is still out there, and how they will be ruining that chance and thinking, well, if we had Haley Matthews, we certainly would be in this game now. And look at how much difference one person makes in any team. Because Deandra Dutton is not here. And I think that's make a big, big difference in the Barbados lineup.
Yes, certainly they would have really missed Deandra Dutton. She's had 3 ODI tons, 104 not out against Pakistan, 132 against Pakistan, 150 not out against South Africa from 2017, 2021, and then this year again the 150 against Pakistan, against South Africa. So won 3 gold medals at the Carifta Games in 217 in shot put, javelin and discus. So I was really looking forward to seeing her bat.
And if you remember clearly, the last time they were here with the tournament, she dominated.
Yes,
and I think she would be a big miss.
Here is a ball that's flighted from Grimman, full toss, and played out towards the long off position, and they come back for 2. So good running. Haley Matthews now goes to 21, and Charlene is not yet off the mark.
I think that last delivery tells a story as well, because that was a full toss outside the off stump. And that, I think that tells how much putting, because normally she would have really looked to put that away. But she just pushed that onto the offside, obviously realizing she has to stay there.
Matthews gets a ball on the line of the leg stump, looking for an impossible second run. Had to settle for 1. And it comes off for a pat. Umpire Banwari, like a ballet dancer, steps up on one leg and taps the leg to signal the leg by. So the 50 coming up, 50 for 3. Grimman in bright sunshine. A couple more people have come into the ground, but when I say a couple, I mean 2.
Maybe we might see a few for this evening game. I think the thing is that a lot of people don't know the cricket is being played at the stadium.
But I heard today on the radio they were promoting the football this afternoon at the Lenora Park, and nothing about the cricket.
But
oh my, that's a brilliant catch. She looked to sweep. It came off the glove. It went to not leg slip, but slip. Whoa, that was a catch.
I think it's not the glove. I think what happened when she went to sweep,
Hit the back of the bat.
Pad, then as she was coming around, hit the back of the bat and went to the slip.
But that was good alertness there from the slip
I
fielder.
think the slip fielder stayed alive. She kept her eyes on the ball and was able to take the catch.
So Tate has now departed, and 4 wickets down in quick succession. They've got 5th on the board, but they've lost 3 quick wickets, and they're now 50 runs for 4 wickets.
Yeah.
But Haley Matthews, who's been given a life, she's still there.
Yes, she's still there, and I think she has a big part to play, and like I said, you could see in the last over how she looked. She decides that she has to be there at the end, or she has to try and bat for as long as possible to shepherd this low order for Barbados right down to the end.
So the new batter is Cumberbatch. So she takes her guard from umpire Banwari. Najani, if I pronounce her name correctly. First delivery from Grimon is bang on target and plays it back towards the bowler. So it's not only penetrative bowling, it's economical bowling also.
Yes, it is. And I'm just looking at the captain, Campbell, and she seems to have her head on because it's coming on to the end of the over, and she's pushed back her long on, deciding that she wants to bowl to the new batter. That's good thinking. That's a captain that's thinking the game and not out there just to say, well, let's just keep working. I would have loved to probably see her have somebody catching in front the bat for the new batsman. When you've got a team down, you've got to try and keep them down.
Yes, the only player who went to Dubai in that tournament has 10 overs completed. It's 50 for 4, more from you, Clyde, and then it's going to be the voice of Matthew Kisoon.
Yeah, so I think Guyana has done really well in the first 10 over. They've bowled well, they've fielded well. Yes, they've dropped a catch, but they look very sharp in the field, and the two spinners operating now in tandem has really been bowling well. And Munisar is also on a hat trick at the moment, so we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. I say good afternoon to Matthew.
Hi, Clyde. Good afternoon to everyone viewing, watching on all over the world. Haley is on the back foot to Munisar, studying at the Guyana School of Agriculture. She's studying agriculture, Clyde. Brilliant young lady. Ashmini Munisar from Barbados. Off the back foot, that's a nice shot, cracking shot. Not cleanly fielded. There's going to be a little bit of a mix-up here, but she gets back into her ground. That's Nijani Cumberbatch. Cracking shot. Forward of point, and it went very quickly to the fielder there. That's Giddens. They got the single. Matthews is 22 from 30 balls. Cumberbatch now in strike. Well, she's faced 2 balls already. It's 51 for 4 in the 11th over.
Well bowled again from Muniswa. Outside stump, it straightened a little, got the edge, but this whether it carried to slip, I won't be sure because it went very low to her left. But she did very well to stop it, Fraser, and I think she saved 3 runs because I would have certainly run away for 4.
Nice tempting delivery. Threw it a little wide of the off stump there. Tempting.
But I think she's
the
lucky
captain
to get away with that because even if she'd gotten an edge, that could have peeled away down to third man for 4. It was just a little too wide and too short. This delivery is better. It's a little straighter, forcing Matthews to play with a straighter bat and miss this. Little surprised that Campbell has actually taken out the slip. Both beat the outer half of the bat.
Well played by a very experienced cricketer. That was on the Midland leg stump, and she came forward, pushed it down to mid-on deep. Picks up her 23rd run, 53 for 4. So the Guyana side, Clyde, has been fighting really nicely here. They've kept the pressure on. When you look at the wickets to fallen, Kaisi and Knight caught and bowled Fraser. That was a beauty taken by Fraser, return catch. Kishana Knight bowled by Munisar for 17, and the next delivery Allen was bowled by Munisar without scoring. It was 47 for 2 and then 47 for 3. Then Tate hit in the air down to the long on fielder. That's Gajnabi, the vice captain. She gets a single. Haley Matthews. not quite in control of that shot, Clyde. I think she nevertheless played it in such a manner through the mid-on area. No chance whatsoever for Schultz. It was a little bit wide. And then Tate caught Smart at slip ball Grimman without scoring 50 for 4. That was a smart catch, good reflex work by Smart. Forward a little bit airish to extra cover. One bounce going to the right of Munisar. Slip backward point cover, short extra cover mid-off. Long on. Mid-wicket straight. Mid-on short and straight. And then there is a mid-wicket on the boundary. Mid-on comes into play. That's Grimman. Sorry, that's Schultz. And then there's a backward square. Brilliant sunshine here at Providence. Trinidad versus Jamaica. That's the final game for today. Coming up at 7 p.m. sharp. That will be on the lights here at
Question for you. I have a question. I'm not seeing Middleton on the field. Is she?
No, she's not in this side. Millington is not playing. She's out. Grimman is in.
So
Sharika Campbell and Kumari Prasad, along with Millington. I make it
are you
around.
surprised that she's out?
It has to be something, maybe some injury or something, that Millington is not in the side.
Okay, maybe we'll get some answers as
And I
the
thought
game-
that's why Munisar, of course, is in the side as well, because Millington is a spin as well.
Maybe we'll get some answers later from somebody. Somebody could maybe tell us why Middleton is
It's not playing.
It'd be interesting to know that.
But what's interesting to Clyde is that Munisar, this is her first game at the senior level for Guyana.
I don't mind Moneswar. Like I said, I saw her bowl a few weeks ago, and I did see her at the under 19 as well.
Right,
and she
right.
looks the part. She looks a player that deserves to be in, whether it at the expense of Middleton, who is also an opening batsman. You have to remember that. I don't see that, but we'll just have to wait and see. Maybe it's a question that we could ask at half time.
Yes, because it's obvious you would expect on the side. But it has to be something, and we'll have to get that info for you a little later on.
Short, wide outside the off stump, maybe just about on the line, but it was certainly wide outside the off stump.
Comma Badge is 3 from 9 deliveries. A little bit of uncertainty in her stroke play so far, Comma Badge.
Well, yeah, I think she's coming when the bowlers have been bowling very well. And Campbell has kept the pressure on, not giving her those easy singles, keeping the field in. She's got a ring of fielders around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fielders in the circle, but for not giving the new batsman an easy single.
She actually has a power play field set for 6 overs, just 2 fielders outside the 30-yard.
Yeah, and that's good captaincy. The new batsman coming, hasn't scored a run as yet. You've got to keep the pressure on. You don't give them easy runs for them to feel comfortable. And having said that, now I think it's the last delivery. She's just pushing back those fielders a little, encouraging her to try and go for a single. And she gets a single too, hitting it up to long on. I don't think Guyana would mind that. They want to keep Matthews as much away from the strike as possible.
I think Shemaine Campbell is a very smart cricketer, very experienced, very knowledgeable. 13 overs gone, 58 for 4. Matthews 25 from 35 balls. The captain, she's still there from the start of the innings. And Comma Badge is on 4 from 13 deliveries.
Certainly Guyana bowling looks very good when you think that Gajnabi has not bowled as yet. So the bowling looks good. They've kept things very tight. You've still got Mangru to bowl as well. You've got...
It's coming on now.
Oh, Mangru's coming on now. So that's another bowler we have. And Schultz as well is on the field. She's at short mid-wicket. So she as well has not bowled as yet. So the team is packed with bowlers, packed with slow bowlers. I think Matthews will have to just go down and have a quiet word with her partner at the moment. She's got to say to her, look, you're either going to get things going or you've got to get out. Because overs are going and we cannot afford to be batting so many overs without scoring. This is edge past the keeper. They're going to get an easy single.
I'm looking back at the first match where 56 was scored in 20 overs by the Leewards. And then Windwards got to the 57 in 17.1. Is it that the pitch, Clyde, something about the pitch here, Providence?
No, I think the pitch hasn't played badly. It might be a little slow, but it hasn't played badly. I think when you look at it, the bowlers bowl fairly well. I didn't see both sides bowl. I just saw when the Windwards were in the field. So, but looking at the pitch, the same pitch that they're playing now, obviously it would have dried out a little with the sun being out. Well bowled by Mangrove, giving that ball genuine flight, inviting the batsman to look to go over the top, over the offside.
Clyde, the Guyana spinners have done well. And you talking about Millington, who's not in the side. Schultz hasn't bowled as yet.
I think it's a lot of bowling too for the captain to manage if she's thinking about bowling all of those bowlers. It can be a little tough when you've got so many bowlers on your team as well.
Because
hence the question comes back that, like I said at the start of the innings, that I'm surprised that Giddings actually played.
yes, and you're correct in that assessment, and it to probably be in the final 11, but based on circumstances, if Millington is out and you're looking for a bit of experience, well, they turn to her. She started, bowled her first over for 9 runs, and then I think she was taken off. And since then, the Guyana bowling has been spot on. 14 overs completed, 61 for 4. That reflects a good bowling effort from the Guyana side.
Definitely. So when you think that one of the best batter in female cricket is out there, and well, she's maybe not getting the sort of strike that she needs, but certainly there's a lot of pressure on her to decide, what am I going to do? Am I going to take a chance now and go over the top? Am I going to take a chance and just bat it? Or am I, as the skipper, is going to tell the other batter to try and get on with things? She's got to make that decision and make it soon.
Quicker by Munisar. She's bowled well, 2 for 10. 3.2 overs, so she's in her final over. What a good spell it has been for her. Quick single taken, the return comes in from backward point by Grimman. But Haley Matthews is very quick, running towards the striker's end. I thought the feeling has been good too. That catch from Fraser was exceptional. And the reflex catch as well, beautifully done by Smart at slip. And the ball came off the pad and then bat.
It's swept away nicely, a delivery that was outside the leg stump. Matthews just went down on one. You just hit not a feeler out on the boundary, backward of square on the leg side for that sweep. That's a lovely shot.
That's one of her specialty shots, Clyde. She plays that a lot.
You expect most batters to be able to put deliveries like that away. Outside the leg stump, going forward or away. A gift.
Yes, don't mess with Haley Matthews on her at all. She's very good and very good through the offside as well. Good drive of the ball. Like that. Just like that. Fielder comes around to her right from the sweeper's position. And she comes back for 2.
That's a lovely shot. Ball pitched up outside the offside. She didn't try and overhit it. She caressed it through covers and was able to get 2 runs.
Final delivery to complete the 15th over. That's hit towards mid-wicket. I think it bounced just in front of Mandy Mangru, who did well to ensure that the ball didn't go behind her. 15 overs completed, 68 for Matthews, 32 from 36. And the other batter, that's Kamabaj. She's still at the crease there on 7. So 68 for 4. Good effort by the Guyana bowlers to restrict a Barbados batting lineup, which doesn't have Dottin in it, but still good cricketers as well.
Yeah, I think it's been a great performance by the Guyana bowlers. I think they've bowled pretty well. They've been backed up in the field, and they just have to finish it now. They just have to get these last 5 overs going.
Mangru will continue. Over number 16 starts, and Sean Devers will join the commentary booth. First ball wide. Kamabaj is 7 from 20. Is it? 21. 69 for 4. That's out. Leg before. She came inside her stumps, Kamabaj, looking to play the ball into the leg side and struck plumb in front. Middle and leg stump. She has to walk back. Leg before wicket to the bowling of Mandy Mangru for 7. The total now is 69 for 5.
Yes, excellent work by the Guyanese girls. They've limited Barbados so far to 6-9, and they've also picked up 5 wickets, and this is the 16th over in progress. So excellent work by the Guyanese girls.
Right, so a good wicket for Mandy Mangru to pick up. Good young lady in the making as well. Setting up very high standards with her cricket.
Well, she is from the Maikoni area, or Mahika, Maikoni, and her father is a very good pools player, and she's a very good competent pools player too, and her brother.
Wow. It's when you can do a couple of things, you know, that keeps your life going good and happy. Alia Williams is a new batter. She will take strike. Matthews is 32. The captain still there from 39 balls. And that was angled down the leg side. Must have come off the pad and went behind the keeper. Let's see, no signal, so that came off the bat. She gets off the mark with 1, 70 for 15th over. Current run rate is 4.57. Barbados need to pick up the tempo, and this woman can do it. Wide of the off stump. She reached for that, and it went outside the blue line. Sean, to be signaled wide by umpire Ryan Banwari. 1 more to the total.
Mangru's played a single ODI. She's played also for the West Indies A against Pakistan in Antigua 2001 last year. So she's got fair experience.
Pulled away by Matthews through forward square. For 1, there's a out there on the mid-wicket boundary. That's Toussaint.
Just 22 years old. Badly lined. Maybe a little bit of spin and took it down the leg side. Took the pads. So 1 more run, but not to the batter, but to the team. They are now up to 73 for 5. And with the strength of these teams, especially in the batting, despite the absence of Dottin, this is a good position for Guyana.
It is. So Guyana have done well so far.
Excellent work again, this time in the field. So we've seen Guyana in sweltering heat on their toes.
Let's look at the bowling quickly. Fraser 3 overs 1 for 11. Grimmon 3 overs 1 for 7. Smart 3 overs for 19 runs. Driven back to Mangru, no run. Giddens 1 over for 9. Mangru 2 overs now. She's picked up a wicket. No maiden, 2 for 17. She's completed her spell. The over comes to an end. 16 gone, 73 for 5.
Yes, excellent work, especially by the young spinner from the Kanji area in Barbados. And she's one of the few Kanji players that play with the male players. That's happening more and more in Barbados. The male players have a chance to groom the young female players who are good enough to make the team. That doesn't happen in Demerara. In fact, in Demerara, the girls have to go up to Barbados to play their 4 female teams in Barbados.
I guess that will change in time. Let's hope. Change in both. Schultz coming into the attack. The left-hand orthodox spinner. Bowling round the wicket, and that's down the leg side. Wide. 74 for 5. Cassius Schultz.
Beaten in the flight there, slightly, was the batsman, the batter.
Yeah, that's Williams, Alia Williams. In the air, back over the head of the bowler. She played that with a horizontal bat, that shot. A flat batted sort of shot over the head of the bowler, and she picked up a single.
Yeah, but safe shot in the end. It fell well in front of anybody. Full toss. Didn't capitalize. And oh my dear, if she caught that ball, it would have been close, very, very close, and hit the
Tall. The ball dropped out of her hands. It went into her hands and then dropped out when she was attempting to remove the bails at the non-striker's end. And that ensured that the batter got home. They took 2 for that. Matthews gone up to 35 from 43 deliveries. In the air. Catch taken. Taken. Cotton
and
bowl.
that's a massive wicket for Guyana to get. Haley Matthews, 35 from 43 balls. And with her demise now, Guyana is large and in charge in this game. 77 for 6 in the 17th over. 3.2 overs to go. That's 20 balls. So 20 balls. They have
down to Mentor at long off.
and Millington might miss all 3 of the T20 rounds. Hopefully she gets vaccinated and gets into the 50 over side.
Wraps her on the pad. That was an off break that was going down the leg side. It's
But
angling
it
down the leg
turned and
side.
it bounced.
Sean take Carrington. Brilliant sunshine at Providence. That's wide. Flighted but wide. Very wide of the off stump. The Guyanese have got to ensure they do not give away too much extras here. You've got a strong Barbados side, even without dotting, on the defensive here at 79 for 6 in the 18th over. But Sean, what's interesting to note is that the Barbados bowling lineup is pretty good as well.
Yep.
And Guyana will have their work cut out. So even if they get up to 90, 95, it might seem not a big total. Bowled! Cleanly bowled there by Mangru. That was quicker. She went for a big shot, missed it, and the off and middle stump just disturbed a bit. And she is gone back now. She's going to walk back disappointed. She didn't contribute too much to this total. In fact, she got a duck She faced a couple of balls. It's 79 for 7, Sean, in the 18th over. It looks as if it's not going to get to 100 at all.
Yes, the pressure was building on Carrington. She just arrived, couple of good balls, and she wanted to attack the bowlers. She wanted to get the momentum in, get the innings going. This is a small total relative to what the Bajans are accustomed to getting, even without that in. And the demise of their captain, Haley Matthews, that was a big blow for them.
Yes, certainly. Big blow as the vice captain comes out to do battle. Shakira Selman. She's one to watch with ball in hand, as well as Connell. Shamilia Connell. These are two good experienced bowlers. Have played for the West Indies for some time. But the vice captain is out now. She's a specialist fast bowler. So it's obvious she will come at around number 9.
Well, when Smart got into the side to play New Zealand in 2018, that was the last time she played. She replaced the same girl, Selman.
Right,
Because she was
right.
injured.
Let's watch Mangru. Selman takes her first ball and drives beautifully. That's a beautiful shot for 4. True extra cover. Now, that's the shot of a top line batter coming from a bowler.
Yeah, but that was too full and too slow. Give her the time to pick her shot.
And the width was there.
Yeah.
That will do Barbados good. 83 for 7. They need runs. One delivery left to complete over number 18. Mangru 2 for 13 from 2.5. Let's see how she completes her third over here.
Oh.
Not taken cleanly by Campbell. Wide of the off stump. The over comes to an end. 83 for 7. 18 overs gone.
So both Giddins and Mangro have picked up 2 wickets each. Munasar has been the pick of the bowlers. 4 overs, no maidens, 2 for 17 in her debut for Guyana at the senior level. She was one of those who attended Winners Clinic when I went up there, and later Clyde Butts. And she was very impressive. And she's gone, LBW. And she doesn't seem to like the decision, but that was plumb. As said by the umpire Rajkumar from Trinidad and Tobago, give her marching orders. So another wicket falls. It's now 83 for 8, and it's all falling apart for the Barbados side. They're the defending champions. They've won 3 titles since 2015, 2018, and then 2019. That's the last time the tournament was played here. So they're falling.
Yes, Schultz again has picked up her second wicket now, if I'm correct, in her second over. 2 for 4. Mangru 2 for 14. Munisa 2 for 17. And Fraser 1 for 11. The wicket takers so far. Grimman with 1 as well. So they've all chipped in nicely. And the spinners have done well for Guyana here. 83 for 8. Searching for that one, beaten outside the off stump.
Excellent delivery again, just leaving, spinning away from the right-hander, groping at it.
That's Connell for you. So 2 fast bowlers for Barbados out there now. They'll get a quick single. The return comes in at the bowler's end. Good effort. Nicely backed up by Schultz there. Good effort there from Mangru, Mandy Mangru.
Tugging it across the line. And excellent work there from Mangru. So Guyana are feeling very well. They had a few misses with the stumps when they return the ball, give away a couple of overthrows. But all in all, it's been a fantastic performance by the Guyanese in the field and with the ball, especially the spinners.
They've done good service in their first outing here in this year's CG T20 Blast. Down the track. That's down to long on for 1. That's Gajnabi, the vice captain, comes into play. Salmon is 4 from 3 deliveries. In fact, 5 from 4 deliveries. Well, they have to try and take the ones now, Sean, because they're not able to put the spinners away. Another single taken as the over comes to an end. So 1 over remain. It's 86 for 8. Salmon is 5. Connell is 2.
Yes, good performance here from Guyana all round, especially the spinners who all chipped in with wickets. They not only bowled frugally, they also picked up important wickets, especially that wicket by the left arm spinner Schultz when she got Hayley Matthews caught and bowled. That was the big wicket. She was looking set on 35, but the pressure was on her, and she didn't look as fluent as normally she does, Hayley Matthews. .86 for the loss of 8. 1 over to go. 6 balls remaining. What can Shakima Selman and her partner do to increase this total? Sherian.
And she's bowled. Bowled all over the place. That's Connell. Bowled for 2. So the 9th wicket going down now is 86. 86 for 9. Sherian Fraser coming back into the attack to bowl the final over from the pavilion end. And the first delivery, she has bowled Connell for 2. 86 for 9 now. Final batter coming out, Shanika Bruce. So it's all happening. Monisar 4 overs, 2 for 17. Mangru 3 overs, 2 for 14. Giddens 1 over for 9 runs. Smart 3 overs for 19. Fraser in our final over, 2 for 11 so far. Well, that's right, 2 for 11. She just picked up that wicket. She can make it 3 if she gets the final bat out. Who's a left-hander? Shanika Bruce.
Well, everybody in the Guyana bowling attack, with maybe the exception of Giddens, who bowled a poor first over, a couple of full toss, high full tosses. They have bowled well. They stuck to their task. They've given their captain Campbell superb support. And Campbell, very intelligent young lady in terms of her captaincy.
And she's got it. Another one, comprehensively bowled all over the place. So Shanika Bruce didn't add anything to the score. First ball, gone for a duck. The innings has come to an end.
And
86 all
Fraser
out.
ends on a hat trick.
And she ends on a hat trick.
So,
Or
next match.
or she'll be on a hat trick
Yeah,
for the next game.
Yeah, she'll be on a hat trick when she plays her next game.
So 86 all out, 19.2 overs. Selman not out 5 from 4 deliveries. I'll tell you how many extras in a moment. So the run rate 4.45, and Barbados being bowled out here without completing their 20 overs for 86. Let's go through the card for you. Knight made 5. Kishona Knight, Kaisia Knight 5. Kishona Knight 17. Alia Allen not. Tate a duck. Cumberbatch 7. Matthews, the captain, 35 from 43 balls. 2 fours in that knock. Carrington, a duck. Williams, 3. And then the last 2 wickets to have fallen. Connell She made 3, and Bruce a duck. All out for 86, 19.2 overs. Monisar 2 for 17, Mangru 2 for 14, Schultz 2 for 7, Giddens 1 over for 9 run, Smart none for 19, and Fraser's picked up 3 for 11 from 3.2 overs with Grimman 3 overs, no maiden 1 for 7 to bowl in figures. What did I say? 2? No, two wickets. 2 wickets she took, 2 for 17. 2 and 2, 4 and 2, 6. Yes, 4 overs, correct. 2 for 17. So that's the position here at Providence. The Barbados innings coming to a close in 19.2 overs. Guyana needing 87 to win this second match of the CG T20 Blast Regional Senior Women's Cricket being hosted here in Guyana. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's see how the Guyanese girls reply to 86.
Well, welcome back here to the Guyana National Stadium at Providence, where we see Guyana starting their reply, needing 87 to win after Barbados were bowled out for 86 in 19.2 overs, with their captain Hayley Matthews offering the only form of a resistance. She made a 37 or 35. So all the Guyana spinners combining to pick up crucial wickets, and of course Fraser, the medium fast bowler, who ended on a hat trick, ended with 3 wickets. Mangru gets a ball that's down the leg side, and that's a wide but lightning stumping, and she kept up to the fast bowler. That was great work by the Barbados keeper, Clyde Butts.
Good afternoon to you, Sean. Certainly good work from the wicket keeper. That was a ball pitched up outside the leg stump, going for a wide, and the wicket keeper Knight was smart. She collected clean, picked off the bails very cleanly, and I think Hayley Matthews now bending down there, just probably indicating to the umpire where she was when the keeper took off the bails. Certainly was a very quick piece of stumping, and maybe if the replay was there, maybe she would have been given out. Maybe.
Yes, I mean, very, very close, but that was excellent work down the leg side, especially by the keeper. Bruce in bowls, and that's again outside the line of the off stump. So Mandy Mangru, known for her stickability, she pushes the ball into gaps. She doesn't really bang the ball away, and batting with Kanisha Mentor.
Are you surprised that she has actually opened?
Not too much, because Shanika Mentor is a more aggressive player, so perfect foil for her outside the line of the off. And it's a small total. Well, relatively.
Relatively small, but those small totals, you've got to be careful. You cannot allow the bowlers to get the best of you.
So
You
a couple
you
of
need to
overs,
score.
not balls, and so the run rate could easily go up. The required
Yeah,
rate.
I'm a little surprised actually, because when we saw the intercounty, I think Schultz was looked the part and looked the better.
Delivery
Looked
again.
very smart and approached innings very nicely and looked good. So I'm a little surprised that not Schultz.
Fraser. Who? Grimmond.
I think, well, we're getting old, so I'm a little forgetful at the moment. But
Fraser. Bruce in and bowls again. And there is no run. So nice sunny conditions. The next match would be Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago, starting at 7 p.m. here on the lights. So that's the first match that will be played on the lights here in this tournament. That was
that's
close
a
to
wide.
wide, yeah.
It is a wide, very wide.
So Guyana 2 without loss. Four deliveries gone. Matthews at the solitary slip, and that's a full toss, loose delivery, and didn't really put it away.
There's an
And
injury
she
in the middle of the
crashed
pitch.
into, and that should
The
be a dead
umpire would
ball.
have to signal dead ball. I think the two runners crashed into
Yeah.
each other as they were about to cross, and Mandy Mangru is on the ground. She's rolling in pain. She must have been hit very hard, whether she was hit by the bat or whether it was a knee. But she seems to have been hit in the midsection, and she's a smaller
Yeah,
girl.
she's very small,
So
and she
she's
would
it.
have
She's
taken
still
the
on the
brunt of
ground.
that crash. It's like a
Not
minibus
seeing the physio
sitting
as
down
yet,
a
but
bicycle.
certainly that was a She doesn't look good at the moment. I think they're all signaling to try and maybe get the stretcher out and get the physio out.
Well,
The
I think the
physio is
physio
out
is
there.
already out there. So Barbados winning the 13.2 overs with this strong Barbados batting lineup. Were you surprised that they didn't bat out 20 overs?
Like I've been saying, sometimes one person makes a big difference. And not having Deandra Dotting, I think, made the big difference in their batting. I think when you lose one of the night girls early, and that put a lot of pressure on Hayley Matthews, and I think she wanted to try and bat through the innings. And at the other end, nobody ever really got going, so she had to try and stay there for as long as possible. And I think if she was caught earlier on as well, they may not have got to that 86 that they end up getting.
Well, Kashana Knight made 17, and Matthews started 5 from 42 balls with 2 fours, but nobody else
In the middle, so it's obvious that Mandy Mango will not be continuing. She's probably hurt badly.
Well, let's hope that she is not hurt so badly that she can't take part
In the rest of the
tournament. Because she's just made her international debut for the West Indies. She's a good utility player. And she's taken away on a stretcher.
Yes,
That
she is.
means
She's
that
going
the
out on a
injury is
stretcher.
very serious.
Yes. And I hope it's just a precaution. I hope it's just a precaution. But it's nice to see that they're out there and taking a player off the field. And Shauna was talking earlier about the other openers, Toussaint, who opened for them and certainly looked very good. And I was surprised that she's not opening instead of Mangro. And I hope I didn't put the curse on Mangro there, because she's going off the field. And one only hopes that it's not a bad injury. We'll just have to wait for the update.
So she's forced to retire hurt after crashing into the non-striker, a mentor. Yeah. So
I think they both were looking at the ball instead of looking where they were going. So that's why they actually crashed into each other.
Bruce is in, and that's a short ball and into the onside. First delivery from Campbell. She's not yet off the mark. And at the end of the first over, Guyana 2 without loss.
Yeah, got 2 wides in that over. One down the leg side, one down the offside. But that last delivery actually was short, but it bounced and it came back sharply at the batsman. So it did off-cut more than really seam back into the batsman. That will be encouraging to the Barbadian seamers as well.
So Campbell's come out to join Mentor, and he'll be Mentor is going to be in strike. Campbell has been the only player who went into that franchise tournament, the T20 tournament in Dubai, the only Guyanese. Of course, Taylor also got into that tournament, the Jamaican captain. I think she got 70-something in one of the matches. But the standout was Dottin. She got a century. She got an 80-something. She got a thing. This is a good short ball. And good delivery there by Shamika Selman.
That's Connell.
That's Connell.
Yeah, that's Connell.
Yeah, Connell.
That's Connell, West Indian fast bowler. Has some pace, probably West Indies quickest bowler, and has been West Indies quickest bowler for some time. She might be slowing up a little bit now, but she still has some pace and still bowls with good zest and does get the ball to bounce a bit as well.
Very tall young lady. Compared, well, not compared, but similarly to Jewel Garner because of her height.
I was going to question you when you said compared just now.
She looks similar in the female version. In the Barbadians used to say that she looked like Jewel Garner in female cricket. Just a slip. And this is a good ball, bang on target. So
It's nice to see her actually bowling fairly straight. I think the last time she was here in the regional tournament, she was bowling more or less to a 7-2 field and was bowling a lot of deliveries outside the off stump, which is, I think, an easy delivery for young ladies to score from.
well, it's a 6-3 field now, And she's again bowling outside the line of the off stump, and that went right through Mentor, almost cut her in half.
Well, that was a very good delivery, just slightly short of a length, making the batsman come on the front foot. It bounced a little. I think it just held its own. I don't think it did that much. Just held its own and bounced nicely through to the wicketkeeper.
Well, there's a wide third man, a square cover, extra cover, and the mid-off, all inside the circle, except for the third man. And this is played into the onside. Well, there are two fielders outside the circle, one on the third man boundary, one on the fine leg boundary. Everybody else is inside the circle. The mid-on is way inside the circle, so is the mid-wicket. But the other three fielders on the offside, they're on the circle except for the short cover. So she needs to bowl most of the balls on the off stump, which she does. And this is played, no, that's miscommunication between the two fielders. One looked at the other, and then they passed and they got a single. So rotation in the strike, and 3 without loss.
I think that may have been the edge of the pitch where the ball actually hit this edge of the square, and just in the footholds while those pitches, and just went away from the point fielder coming in to try and save that single. But it just ricocheted, and they were able to take an easy single. But that was a good over from Cornell, where she bowled just on or about the off stump, making the batsman play at each delivery. And we did see 1 or 2 deliveries beat the bat. So that was a good over. That's an excellent start.
So 2 overs completed, 3 without loss. Mentor, she's on 1. Campbell yet to score. And this is Campbell playing this one nicely into the onside as Bruce pitches up. But straight to the fielder, and there's no run.
And I guess Barbados would be thinking if they can get rid of Campbell very early, they would put a lot of pressure on the Guyana batters and probably have a chance of winning. I think if they're going to win, they have to get rid of Campbell pretty early.
Technically, 3 for 1, because I don't think Mandy Mangru would be back. Good delivery again. Looking to punch it off the back foot, and misses the shot.
I think we both got it a little wrong there. Sean Campbell is at the non-striker at the moment.
Yeah, it's Mentor.
Mentor facing.
Down the leg side, and a wide called. So 4 without loss. Technically 4 for 1. Because seeing Mandy Mangru carried off in a stretcher, it's not likely she'll come back and bat. Lovely shot, played there by Mentor through the gap, and will pick up an easy 2. So just 2, they settle for 2. 4 now turns to 6 without loss, as Mentor goes up now to 3. We're still in the second over. The third over. Yeah. Good delivery again. Good keeping though by the Barbadian keeper.
I like what I'm seeing in terms of the seamers in this game so far. I think what we've seen is some young seamers bowling in good areas.
One of the twins, Keisha Knights, keeping up, standing up. And that's a high delivery and well taken in the end.
That's a no ball as well for height.
Yeah, because that was well taken by the keeper, because that was a high ball and the batsman was looking to pull at it and then got out of the way, and brilliantly taken there by Knights.
Yeah, that was a brilliant piece of wicket keeping. And she has been keeping well in this game so far. Admittedly, she keeping to the seamers, but she has been keeping well.
That's a injudicious shot, looking to play it in front of the wicket and tugging it down to.
Well, it was a free hit. I think she was trying to hit it as hard as she possibly
and
can
most
and
times,
lose her form.
Yeah, most times when you do that, you try to hit the ball too hard, you lose your shape, and the ball goes nowhere. Forward she comes, and good over comes to an end. So at the end of the over, 3 overs completed, 7 for no loss.
Good tight over again from the bowler, keeping things fairly tight, not giving the batsman any bad deliveries, any room to play shots. And this is good tight stuff and gripping stuff from the Barbados bowlers. And surely, with them bowling this well, you know, they're going to keep putting pressure on the Guyanese players. And the Guyanese players will be thinking, well, we don't want to be bogged down for too long. We don't want to see that scoring rate going up too much. We have to try and keep rotating the strike, try and keep picking up singles, get looking for twos, and when the bad ball comes along, put them away.
So this team has qualified already, Barbados, for the Commonwealth Games, which will be played in August in England. Nice flowing on drive, and she gets off the mark, Shimeen Campbell. I think Barbados qualified in the male version for Commonwealth Games previously. I think 1996.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They did play in the Commonwealth Games quite a few years back.
Good delivery again.
I don't know if it was qualification then. I'm not sure. Or whether they just attended the Commonwealth Games. I'm not sure if it was a qualification.
Yeah, but this time it was a qualification, and because Barbados had won
the regional
some tournaments,
Super 50,
they didn't. The qualification wasn't held because of COVID, and they automatically got in. Yeah, that one was pitched and cut back, and she looked to drive to the offside. It went down towards mid-on.
Yeah, good bowling. Good tight off stump line, not giving the batsman any room to play their shots, and not bowling short either. She's carrying the ball up to the batsman. There's a slip, and then there's a ring of fielders on the offside, so she's keeping things very tight.
And the shadow of the lights are onto the ground. Also the shadows of the red stand. This is on the line of the leg stump again, turned into the onside, and they get a single. So good rotation in the strike, 8 without loss. And Kanata Mentor, she's on 4. With her is Shimeen Campbell, the Guyana captain. She is on 1. So a good start here from Connell. And that's a good delivery, playing across the line, but maybe just missing the leg stump. But that had her almost tumbling off her feet. Good Yorker.
Yeah, it was a ball well pitched up. She was maybe missing that Yorker length, but well pitched up. She was looking to work it on the onside, but it was going down the leg side. I think you could see it was going to miss leg stump. But certainly good line, good thinking by Connell, not bowling short, not giving any of the batters any width.
Nice drive there by Campbell, but can't pierce the field. Hits it straight to the extra cover. And 4 overs gone. It's now 9 without loss.
Yeah, and I think pressure building on the Guyanese batters. I think they just need to start looking to score, looking to pick up the singles. Yeah, I don't think you need to play the big shots as yet, but they certainly need to start rotating the strike. They start keeping things ticking over. You don't want the scoring rate to increase to 6 and 7 or 8 runs and over. I think when you start getting there, you start getting yourself into lots of trouble. And Barbados has a decent bowling attack as well, especially where seam is concerned.
So she's continuing from the northern end. And good delivery again from Bruce, and that's gone. So Mentor, is that Mentor?
Yeah.
Yes, Mentor. She's gone leg before, and that's a big blow. Also, 9 for 1 now, technically 9 for 2.
Yeah, I think Mentor was just guilty of looking to play across the line. I think what I said before, with them starting to look to pick up singles and so on, that must have caused her to look to play just across the line a little. It was just slightly short, but it was straight on the stumps. And I think from up here, we were saying that's out. So that's a good blow by Barbados. at the moment, and that's going to put even more pressure on the Guyanese team.
Yeah, well, Guyana looking to get 87 to win this match, and the vice captain of the Guyana team, the girl from Chesney. She lives in a village.
Chesney has produced a lot of cricketers.
Yeah, Narsing, the Norine.
A lot of people tend to think that
Chattagoon.
it's Albion, but
Yeah.
they're really Chesney.
Yeah,
Albion Chesney.
so Gajnabi. So the captain and vice captain at the crease.
Well, you can say the two senior players are out there,
Yeah.
even though you've got people like Smart and so on still to come. But there's certainly two West Indian players. Ooh, that's a good delivery again, just on or about the off stump. She was going back, probably looking to punch through the offside. It came back at her. She ended up pushing it back up the pitch.
And even though Campbell is by far Ghana's best batter, she's not like Dottin or even Haley Matthews in terms of attacking
Domination,
the ball.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's a worker of the ball, and she likes to stay there for a long time, pick up singles, rotate.
Looking to late cut, dangerous shot, and into the gloves of Knights. Knights, one of two sisters. In fact, when they came the last time here in 2019, both pair of twins played in that game. This time, only the older sister, well, in terms of minutes, played. Shai didn't play. And that's turned into the onside. More pat than bat. Let's wait and see the umpire signal. Umpire Crawford, yes, he signals a leg by, so no bat at all in it. And they get into double figures, 10 without loss. 10 for 1.
Yeah, again, fairly straight delivery, probably just missing the leg stump, looking to work it on the leg side. And what we saw before, she's got to be careful because the bowler's bowling more or less wicket to wicket, so you've got to be careful when you're looking to work those balls on the onside. Now they probably look to play a little straighter. Oh, this must be close as well. That must have been very, very close as well because again Campbell was looking to play across the line when probably she should have played up to mid-off, mid-on. Well, I'm not sure. Difficult to tell, but that was very close.
Yeah, this is a fantastic spell here by Bruce.
And
Getting the ball to come back and getting the ball to straighten up.
Well, Guyana certainly under a lot of pressure here at the moment. That's wide outside the off stump and wide signal by the umpire. But the pressure is building, Sean. The pressure is certainly building. So what Guyana has to do, somebody has to do something. Somebody has to make a little release.
Yeah, release the shackles. Even if you get singles, rotate the strike. Dot balls builds pressure. And this is a boundary, but it's off the edge. Fortuitous boundary, but a boundary nevertheless. So Campbell releases the shackles there, and she goes now to 5, and the total going up to 15 for 1, but not the type of boundary she would have wanted, but a boundary nevertheless.
Nevertheless, and probably just releasing that pressure a little as well because that was a ball pitched up wide of the off stump. She was looking to hit it through cover. Got the edge and it went through where a forced slip position would have been down to the boundary before. Yeah, so Barbados keeping the pressure on, keeping Guyana working hard out in the middle, and this can certainly be a very, very tense period of cricket. Barbados have continued with their two fast bowlers. They've bowled well. They've kept the Guyanese batsmen on their toes, putting pressure on them, not giving them any bad deliveries. I don't think we have seen a bad delivery at all. Probably one full toss earlier on, but they've bowled pretty well, keeping things fairly tight. I say good afternoon to you, Matthew Kisoon, and how are you doing now?
Hello, Clyde. Hello to everyone viewing all around the world, especially in the Caribbean region, following your girls playing, especially from Barbados and, of course, Guyana. And Caribbean people are scattered all over the world. I'm doing fine. Clyde, that's on the leg stump, worked away towards the long leg area. That's Gajnabi. She gets 1. She's off the mark from 4 deliveries. Campbell is on 5 from 6. It's 16 for 1 in the 6th over. A little bit of a struggle here for Guyana with bat in hand. I think the Barbadian girls have kept them in check. The Seamers have done very well indeed. Connell, none for 4. Campbell jumps back, defends into the offside. Down to cover, no run. A bit of pressure. Mangru retired hurt without a run to her under her belt, but it was 2 without loss in the first over. A collision between herself and Mentor, I make it. And I was advised they were probably ball watching. Cornell, that's not in control of that shot. Campbell, the captain, looks to pull.
I think the pressure just getting to Campbell there, because that wasn't a short delivery to be pulled. It was short, it was straight on the stumps, but it wasn't short enough for a pull shot. I think Campbell has to decide that she has got to try and bat out and just work the ball around, get the singles. Gajnabi is more an attacking player, and give Gajnabi the chance to go after the bowlers.
That was a nice on drive, but for nothing, straight to the mid-on fielder.
Yeah, again, good bowling, full and straight. If you miss, I'm going to hit.
But they've kept it tight, Barbados. They're defending these 86 runs well so far.
That's brilliant piece of fielding in the covers there. Bad throw, spoiled it with a bad throw, but that's brilliant piece of fielding. Save 3 runs because they were able to get a single. That was short, wide outside the off stump. Campbell was back, cutting it away nice. I think that's a forced delivery that has really hit the middle of any one of the Guyanese batters bat with some power. But and the fielder at point had to dive to her right and save 3 runs.
Looks like Bruce. Is it Bruce at point? I make it to be her. Slip, third man wide. Backward point. There's a cover on the boundary. Protecting that boundary there. Extra cover mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket. Short fine leg inside the 30-yard circle. Then 6 gone, 17 for 1. Gajnabi is on 1. Campbell, the captain, is on 6.
Well, what a power play. Barbados would be very happy with that power play. They've bowled 6 overs from their seamers and they've only given away 17 runs. Now that's excellent bowling by Connell and Bruce. Bowling in tandem, bowling fairly straight, not giving the batsman any chance to score. Through offside, keeping things tight. And putting a lot of pressure on.
Yes, and you look at Connell, none for 5 from 3 overs. That current run rate is 2.83. So they need to score at 5 now from here to win the game. Mentor, like before, wicket to Bruce for 4. It was 9 for 1 in the 5th over. The sun is out in all its glory now at almost 16 hours 30 in Guyana and the Eastern Caribbean, wherever you are, picking us up loud and clear. It's turned out to be a fantastic day. For one match to go this evening.
Yes, it has. The sun is out in all its glory here at the moment.
That's the undercut. On the edge.
That's a new one.
Or on the edge. Down to third man for 1. Campbell 7 from 12. She's battling away. The captain for her country, Gajnabi 1 from 5. She did score 100 in the inter-county match here in Guyana. Wrapped on the pad. Loud appeal. She actually came inside her stumps there, Clyde, and was looking to play a big on drive. And that struck her on the paddle. That must have been going down the leg side. I make it. Because that looked a bit close as well.
Yeah, I think that's another close one, but the umpire is in the best position. And he said not out.
$18 for 1. That's flicked away. Shot. There's a field out there on the square leg boundary. She takes a single. Shinabi moves to 2. Campbell back into strike on 7 from 12. You've got to keep an eye on that run rate. You don't want it to be going up to 6 and 7. It's going to get more difficult for the Guyanese batters. Shanika Bruce in her final over, 1 for 14 Clyde. She's bowled well.
She has, and let's maybe not surprised that she's bowling out. They're bowling well in tandem. They're keeping things fairly tight. Maybe we'll see captain keeping Connell for one later on, but this has been very good pressurized bowling from both Connell and Bruce.
Single to Campbell, down to cover, deep. Well, she needs to stay there, Clyde. Has to anchor the innings there, the captain, with all the experience in the world.
I don't know about anchoring. I don't think we need an anchor. We need them to keep rotating, keep putting the pressure on the Barbados fielders, because you don't want that scoring rate to build up too high. Last delivery pitched up, hit out to extra cover. No run. Again, another good over, keeping things fairly tight, keeping both batsmen under pressure with 7 overs gone. And you've only got, 19 on the board? That's a lot of pressure, certainly. 21 on the board, that's just 3 runs and over. So, you might say, well, they're only chasing 84. They still need another 63 runs for victory. So.
And a good spell for Bruce, 1 for 15 from 4.
Yeah, she bowled very well. Kept things fairly tight. Probably she will be thinking that she's a little unlucky not to have had Campbell LBW earlier on, or even Guyana B. But like I said, the umpire is in the best position. We are behind the bowlers, so hard to tell from this angle. But certainly very good bowling, and she's done our team proud, and I'm sure our captain would be saying, well, that's well done. It's up to us now to do the rest.
And look at Connell's figures. She will complete her spell as well. Her final over. Campbell on drives through forward square. They've taken 1. They're gonna come back for a second out there. That's square leg. None for 7. 3.1 overs. Connell.
Yeah, good bowling. Connell, she's showing her experience. She's been around this cricket for a little while. She has been a West Indian fast bowler for a little while. So she's just showing her experience.
Campbell 10 from 14. Now these 30 experience batters for Guyana, with bat in hand, of course.
Wow. Umpire signal wide, but that certainly was very close to the leg stump. That delivery was very close to the leg stump. I think most umpires these days, once the ball goes down the leg side, doesn't touch your pad, will signal a wide, but that's certainly harsh. That was very close to leg stump. Short delivery, bounced high. Campbell was on top of it and hit it down past backward point into the boundary for 4. That's a good looking shot, and that could be a relief shot as well, because you're not been getting any bad delivery. I think Connell deciding there she was going to go short, try and test Campbell, obviously deciding that she has to get Campbell out before her spell done, finished, and I think That's why our captain Matthews probably kept her on. Look, try and give me one more. Try and get Campbell out.
She's 14. Sensible cricket from the captain. You just hit a boundary. You don't need to do anything that many would consider silly, going for a big shot. Next delivery, just play defensively. That's fine. I don't think we have a problem with that.
Oh, that's much too close for that cut shot. That was just outside the off stump, and it came back a little at her as well. She was looking to probably play that cut shot again, but much too close, and lucky she didn't get an edge onto the stump or an edge to the wicket keeper.
It's brilliant bowling from Connell here. None for 12, 3.4. 2 deliveries left to complete her spell as well.
And these ladies would know each other quite a lot. They've played together for quite some time. They've played against one another for a long time. They've been in the nets together for quite some time, so they know each other. And obviously, the sort of line that Connell is bowling thinks that she can get Campbell out that way.
8 extras so far, the scoreboard says.
Good looking drive from push from Campbell. Ball pitched up just outside the off stump. Connell finishes our quarter 4 overs in this inning. So both bowlers bowling out here. A little surprised that Hayley Matthews didn't try and bring Selman into the attack a little earlier. Selman is a seasoned campaigner as well. Herself, Matthews, was bowling in power plays for West Indies a lot. One would have thought that she may have been on a bit earlier as well, probably thinking we're getting a wicket or two.
And she's going to have a ball before Selman, the captain.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, actually. Not surprised, especially when you think that in Guyana, when Guyana bowled at them, we saw, 4 or 5 spinners bowling?
Right.
And 5 spinners getting wickets as well. So I guess she'll be thinking, well, the spinners are the ones who keep the pressure. And that's why I said I'm a little surprised that she actually didn't bowl before. Probably bowl a few overs in the power play.
I think Selman will probably bowl from this end. We'll have to wait and see. Well, the captain is on now. It's 28 for 1. 8 overs completed. Current run rate 3.5. It's bowled a lot for West Indies as well. Hayley Matthews. A lot of experience. Very wise cricketer. With ball in hand. Very, very wise. Very deceptive. With her spin. So we've got another nice game coming up on the lights tonight. Trinidad versus Jamaica. That should be a good one, Clyde.
Yes, that should be a good game later on as well. Back and look, just steering it down past the wicket keeper and was able to get an overthrow. So they've got 2 runs. Bad cricket from Barbados there. Good return. Hayley Matthews, I don't think, got behind the stump and then in mid-on, then come in quick enough to back up and to save that extra run.
That's Carrington. Shaunti Carrington, I think number 28 on her back, if I'm correct. Down at point. I believe, yes.
Now she's just changing the feel a little. Bringing over
Tate.
Another fielder to the offside. Tate comes into a short third man position. So they've now got 5 on the off and 4 on the on.
Gachanabe is on strike. Oh, that's a lovely shot. It will bring 1. Fielder comes around from the deep mid-on area. More of a long on position wide. 31 for 1, 8.4 overs. Captain comes back into strike 14 from 19.
Pleasant drive out on the offside, but unable to beat the field. Ball given genuine flight from Haley Matthews.
When you play with each other, Clyde, you know each other's strengths and weaknesses.
You're supposed to.
Supposed to.
Let me use that word.
I agree with that. And it is expected that Matthews would know Campbell well, of course.
Right, you said know each other's strengths, so they will have to know both.
And I was
So-
checking on that offside field placement for Campbell.
But I think Haley Matthews genuinely bowls outside the off stump, looking for players to try and back away to hit her through the offside, rather than bowling where the ball actually. She does turn the ball sometimes, but not really a big spinner. So she bowls that line, keep things fairly tight, not giving the batsman any room to really play through the offside.
9 overs gone, 31 for 1. Campbell 14. Gajnabi's on 5.
I think Guyana has got to be favourites to win this game from here, but cricket is of such that you never know. 1 or 2 quick wickets and your team can be under tremendous pressure. And Barbados has got a seasoned team. They've got an experienced set of cricketers out there.
You've just joined us. Barbados bowl out for 86 in 19.2 overs with 12 extras. In their innings, 8 wides, 1 no ball, 2 leg byes, 1 bye. Monisar 2 for 17, Mangru 2 for 14, Schultz 2 for 7, and Fraser 3 for 11 from 3.2 overs with Grimman 1 for 7. The bowlers to have picked up wickets. So the vice captain will come on now for our first spell, and as we rightly said, Clyde, Shakira Selman will bowl from the Players Pavilion end.
The experienced Shakira Selman.
Nice cover drive that beat Connell to her left. Tidied up by Kishana Knight in the sweeper position. 1 to Gajnabi. She's on to 6. Nice cover drive.
That's well bowled, pitched up a little slower, taking some of the pace off of it. And as Campbell was coming forward, looking to drive, realizing that some of the pace has been taken off of the deliveries, she just ended up pushing it out to a mid-off position. And I think the other thing that we haven't spoken about is the wicket-keeper. I think has put a lot of pressure on the Guyanese players, because they have to try and stay in that crease with the wicket-keeper standing up to these medium pacers. And I think that has put a lot of pressure on them as well. And she has kept very well.
Oh, that's lovely. Picked that up beautifully, Shemaine Campbell. Outside the leg stump. And she swept that nicely for 4. That's a really good shot by the captain, Clyde. And the runs are beginning to come now. And who else should it come from? The captain of the Guyana side.
Well, that was a bad delivery. It was a delivery way outside leg stump. The good thing about Shemaine Campbell with that shot, she didn't try and hit it too hard. She realized the fine leg was up, and once she got a bat on it, it would have gone for 4, and that's what she did.
Yeah, she didn't get it right at that time at all. Better delivery on the off stump. Campbell comes forward. So Bruce 4 overs no maiden, 1 for 15. She completed her spell, and Connell 4 overs no maiden, none for 12. Excellent indeed from the 2 fast bowlers. Sometimes low scoring matches are very gripping matches, Clyde. brings out the best in you. You've got to fight hard. You know that you didn't score a whole lot. So you've got to come out and really give it your best.
Yeah, that happens sometimes, and it depends again on how the approach is from the opposition. Whether they come out in a positive frame of mind or come out with a thought, well, we've got 20 overs to get 85. That's easy pickings, and sometimes times catch up with you with that.
That completes 10 overs, 36 for 1. And the Guyana batters out there, captain and vice captain. Captain looking to consolidate well. They've got to keep the tempo going. They need to score at 5.10. Shemaine Campbell is 18 from 26. Gajnaby 6 from 13. And Selman just completed her first over, none for 5.
Yeah, I think Barbados has bowled pretty well, whilst Guyana, in the meanwhile, has looked to rotate the strike. They haven't been able to do that the way they would have liked to, but they're still out there, and I think for them to lose this game now, they will have to bat badly from here.
Sean Devers will join me as we float together for the next 5 overs. You're not missing any cricket. It's the halfway mark. Little refreshment there for the players. Let's look back quickly at what has transpired as Sean joins me in the commentary booth. Barbados dismissed for 86, 19.2 overs. With good bowling figures for Munisar on debut at senior regional cricket level for Guyana, 2 for 17. She was on a hat trick. In fact, she is on a hat trick. But
No.
the next match,
Fraser was on a hat trick.
or it's Fraser. Mangro 2 for 14. Schultz 2 for 7.
Fraser got the last 2 wickets.
Fraser 3 for 11. Oh yes, you're correct. And Grimond 1 for 7. Pick up the bowlers for Guyana. And in reply, Guyana, Mangro retired hurt in the very first over. Ball watching, collided with Mentor. It was 2 without loss then. Guyana needing 87 to win. And the only wicket to have fallen so far is Mentor. Leg before wicket to the bowling of Bruce for 4. 9 for 1 in the 5th over. Since then, captain and vice captain has come together, and they've added some 27 runs so far for the 2nd wicket, with Campbell on 18 not out and Gajnaby 6 not out. Your thoughts, Sean, on the innings so far?
Yes, it's been a relatively good reply by Guyana, even though we saw Mandy Mangru being forced to retire. So it's technically 2 wickets down as Haley Matthews, the Barbadian captain.
So you can do it by balls now if you're good at maths.
No, I'm not good at
51 needed from 60 legal deliveries.
Here is Matthews, and pushed into the offside by Gajnaby, and there's no run. So Matthews has gotten 78 wickets from 63 ODIs, and she's also taking 58 wickets with a best of 4 for 10 from 61 T20 internationals. So she's very experienced, and not only with the bat, she's produced with the ball also. And apart from Dottin, she is the most sought after player in modern day cricket, females from Barbados, because she's also went to play in the Big Bash in Australia. A loose shot there by Gajnaby, naughty shot from Gajnaby, looking to cut the ball, just slide it down and missed it.
She's facing good bowling. One recalls her good scores in the inter-county competition here in Guyana, but now you're up against quality bowling. You've got to play well, show that you've got good temperament, you've got good technique, and you can play well. You can play out the difficult deliveries, keep your wicket intact, and when the bad balls come, you can score. Even if the balls are not that bad, you can still pick up the 1s and 2s. That's what she needs to do.
Well, she's only 21. She's the vice captain. She's played 10 one-day matches and 7 T20 internationals. Nice shot, but can't find the gap. And there is no run. Made her debut against Australia in 2019. And that was the last time there was a tournament here, regional tournament. Barbados won both the 50 overs and the 2020. So they're the defending champions and they're looking to reclaim their title. But Guyana has given them a very good fight, even without Dottin. It's 36-1 Guyana in reply to the 86 all out made by Barbados.
And an unnoticed maiden over
Yeah.
from Haley Matthews. So they still need to get 51 from this time 54 deliveries, legal deliveries.
So there's more balls than runs, which is good. But if they continue to have dot balls like maidens, the run rate will go up.
Yeah, they put themselves under pressure, put the batting department under pressure. But because they've been out there for some time now, from a Guyana standpoint, one would hope that they can remain there for a number of overs to get Guyana close to that 87, if not take them over the line. But Barbados is defending this 86 pretty well, no doubt about that. But they need some more wickets in their wickets column.
So while Giddens and Trimming Smart at 36, they're the oldest players in the Guyana side. Shakira Selman, she's 32. She's the oldest player in the Barbados side, which says that the Barbados side is an all-round side. It's relatively younger than the Guyana side. This is a good shot. Pulled away, swept away with disdain by Campbell. Campbell has had this second boundary now in 2 overs off of Selman, and that one was more explicitly hit down toward the backward square boundary. Tremendous shot.
You
She's
just
gone now to 22 and 40 for 1.
Yes, you just can't bowl on Campbell's leg stump at all. She's strong there. She'll pick you off any day, and that's where her strength lie in her batting department. Very strong on the leg stump, and she's picked that one beautifully from Selman, who's got the experience but bad line on that occasion.
Began at the international level since 2011. This is another delivery on the leg stump. And looking to go back for 2. No, says Campbell from the non-strikers. Then she settles for 1. So it's 40 for the loss, or 41 for the loss of 1 wicket. And Campbell has gone now to... How much Campbell?
23,
23. Yes, 23.
and that's from 28 deliveries. 8 extras, Sean, so they haven't given away too much in the extras column, which is good from a Barbados standpoint.
Oh my dear, that one took the inside edge of the bat and went down towards the fine leg boundary for 4. So good delivery from Selman, and fortune favors the brave. That's the second time Campbell has edged one outside edge and this one the inside edge, passed dangerously close to the leg stump and went for 4. But as we say, a 4 is a 4, 45 for 1.
The movement on that occasion made it difficult, but nevertheless she picked up a boundary, and obviously saying to herself, well, we have to get these runs, and I've picked a boundary, and that's good.
Very experienced, as you said, Selman. She's actually played in 3 World Cups, Women's World Cups, and made her debut since 2008 against Ireland. This one is again on the line of the leg stump and turned off her hip, and she gets a single. The Guyana captain, she moves now to Gajnabi. Yes, so Gajnabi moves now to 11. 46 for 1.
Rotating the strike, which is pretty nice, keeping both batters interested at the crease.
Using her feet, advancing down the track as is Campbell. And when she gets there, she just turns it away into the onside and gets a single. Selman just pulled the ball down a little bit, pull back the line, the length.
Required run rate has dropped now under 5, which is what you want.
And those two boundaries in successive overs helped. Sun streaming down here now at the Providence Stadium and streaming into our compartment where we're doing the commentary from.
But she hasn't quite got it right in this over. Too many deliveries
Yeah,
down the leg side. As the over comes to an end.
Yes, at the over comes to an end. 12 overs gone, 48 for the loss of 1 wicket.
And Sean, that was 12 off that over. So that is considered a very bad over there from a Barbados standpoint.
And from their most experienced fast bowler.
And it happens, sometimes that's what happens in the game. Sometimes the one you depend on tend to give away runs. And the one you might least depend on tend to bowl very tight and keep you still in the game nicely.
Well,
As we've seen from Bruce, 1 for 15, and Connell, none for 12.
well, we've seen a few more fans coming into the stands. Not a barrage of them, but a couple of them. And this time when I say couple, I mean few.
So we have a change, is it? A change in bowling. Aliyah Allen comes into the attack.
So Aliyah Allen also has played won the internationals and T20 for the West Indies. So a lot of experienced international players in this Barbados side. 15 ODIs, 11 T20 internationals after making our international debut only in 2009 and 2019, and the whole of the other 2 years has been condemned to indoors activities because of COVID. This is a short ball and pushed into the onside and picks up a single. So Shemaine Campbell is on 24 and Gadnabi is on 13, 49 for 1 away from the 50.
Yes, Gajnabi is beginning to pick up a bit now, 13 from 23. Campbell 24 from 29.
And Campbell is also looking to score quicker. This is Allen bowls and played into the onside and there is no run. So we wanted the sun, we've got the sun. But it's also affecting us here.
we're at the top of the players' pavilion.
And outside on
And
the balcony.
outside, which is very nice, good height, good view of the game, and good view of part of the housing drive on these Bank of Demerara.
Which was a cane field as the batters go for a second run, then they abort the idea and they settle for 1. So Gajnabi is now 13. Shemaine Campbell is 25 and a total 50 for 1. The 50 coming up halfway in the 13th over.
Good landmark for Guyana at this stage, 50. 37 needed to wrap up this second match with a win under their belt. And Campbell is playing a similar innings to the Barbados captain as well. So she's been out there for a while. She's studying the innings nicely and she's ensuring that she scores.
Well, she's played 99 ODIs, scored 103 50s, and in 2020s she's played 107 matches, and this one is hit back on her foot, and that's Gajnabi, and that would be a painful blow, full-blooded shot, and onto her foot.
Yes, looking for a big drive inside bottom portion of the bat onto the left foot. She's hopped about a bit towards the backward short leg area, and she's back at the crease now. Strong young lady. Very fit as well.
Comes from a village that produced the Chattagons, the Satars, Narsingh Deen Orion. A lot of famous Guyana cricketers. Imran Khan also. He lives right at the back of the Chesney Ground, and she lives at the side of the Chesney Ground. Over comes to an end. At the end of it, it's 50 for 1. 13 overs completed. Gajnabi is on 13. Sherman Campbell is on 25.
Run rate. Current run rate, I think, 3.85. Required run rate, 5.29. So that's gone up back a bit. But two experienced cricketers out there, so one would believe that the run rate shouldn't be a problem at this stage for them.
And another very experienced cricketer comes in to the attack, Haley Matthews.
From this end.
Yeah. So it's going to be Campbell in strike. Campbell, the only Guyanese who would have played in the Fair Break International Invitational event in Dubai. She played in the for the Barmy Army along with Dottin, who dominated that tournament. In fact, got 100 and almost got another one. This is a lovely shot, but straight to the field at backward square. That was well timed, well rolled of the wrist, good technique, and it rushed across the south field. Luckily for Barbados, there was protection at the backward square, and the total going up now to 51.
Yeah, looks like Connell out there. Backward square on the boundary, planted for that shot. Campbell is a good sweep of the ball. She gets a single.
So Campbell is on 26. Gajnabi, who's back in strike, is on 13. And uses her feet and hits Campbell at the non-striker's end. And Campbell is hit hard. That was a lovely shot. She used her feet and hit it pretty hard. And Campbell inadvertently was in the way.
Yes, that would have come very close to the boundary. Would have been some work for Alia Williams.
Yeah, who's at long on.
That's right. She probably would have got it, yes, but that was hit very powerful. But Campbell is a very strong young lady, and no damage done really.
I remember first seeing Campbell, like she was about 7 or 8, playing at the National Park in tape ball cricket. Again, she comes down the track, but this time deceived in the flight, and it just stabs it out into the onside. Well bowled by Haley Matthews.
She was in two minds there as she played that shot. She checked it in the final analysis and just played it into the onside. Haley Matthews in her third over, none for 4 so far. So she's been very mean, Sean. Very mean, and that's what you have to be in T20 cricket. You posted a low total of 86. All out in 19.2 overs. I tell you what, I'm the captain. I've got to defend this total, and I'm going to lead by example.
Good delivery, good drive. Out towards long off. And they just get a single. Every single one now is being cheered on by the Guyana players. Just below to our right. And there's a lot more chatter when female cricket is being played than male cricket. Except if you're Vishal Singh.
Don't tell him about him, Sean, please.
This
Hit in the air. Nice shot.
Safely down towards long on. Deliberate shot between the bowler and the short mid wicket. And rotation is strike. And both batters now looking to use their feet, willing to use their feet. Gajnabi on 14, 27 to Campbell. And 53 for 1.
5.51 the run rate required. So it's just inching up a bit.
Yeah, but it's still below a ball or run.
Correct.
So if you get a single every ball, you must get a bad ball. And you got to bat intelligently. Pick the bad ball, good shot selection, and that'll get you home. This is a good ball again. And Gajnabi looks to rehearse a pull shot, or suggesting that she should have pulled, But that's the end of the over, and at the end of the over, 14 overs gone, and Guyana in pursuit of 86 to win, 87 to win. They're 53 for 1.
Yes, and both batters are looking good. Campbell 27 from 33, Gajnabi 14 from 30. As you said, Sean, the run rate required on the runner ball. Haley Matthews, 3 overs, none for 6, is doing the job with ball in hand. She did it with bat in hand when she got 35 from 43 balls with 2 fours. Keshana Knight, the only other batter to get a reasonable score in the context of their 86. She got 17. The Guyanese bowlers, they all chipped in nicely. The spinners especially. And of course, Cherry Ann Fraser picking up 3 wickets. But we've lost the sunshine now as we come down. More cooler conditions now. Remember, there is a final game on the lights at 7 p.m. tonight.
Jamaica versus Trinidad and Tobago.
And that promises to be a good one as well.
Campbell, the 29-year-old, plays that towards the long arm position. And she's looking now to up the tempo. She's not really a pugnacious batsman, a destructive batter. But she picks the gaps, good head on her shoulders, and gives back the strike now to Janabi. 4 for 1, the run rate.
I think they need 33 from 34 balls,
So
if
the-
I'm
The
correct.
required run rate 5.82, so still below 6. Oh, caught behind. She's gone. A wild swing and a miss. She edged it, but she's gone. Gajnabi is gone for 14. Could this be another fluctuating fortunes for the Guyanese in this contest?
Well, let's wait and see. You know, cricket is still the game of glorious uncertainties.
Another
54
twist
for
in the
2. Yeah, but she is gone. The vice captain played a good hand, but going for a big shot, got the edge, taken by the wicketkeeper Kaisia Knight. And she made
14.
14 from, I'll tell you how many balls in a moment. Should be about 30 plus balls. 54 for 2 in the 15th over.
Yeah, so 54 now for 2 wickets. 15 over halfway through. And technically 3 wickets. So this could be another twist in the script. As conditions get colder here at Providence.
All right, so Cherry Ann Fraser's
yeah.
come out now, the left-hander.
And she can also bat. She likes, and she's going to be the perfect foil for Campbell, because she likes to play her shots. And of course, she is also one of the Guyanese that recently went to the West Indies team. So they all would have known her, especially Haley Matthews. So they put the sweeper right back. The third man is right back. And they're now bringing in the mid-wicket. No, the mid-wicket is going to stay.
So Gajnabi 14 from 31 balls, 1-4 in that knock.
Alain bowls again. That's a good delivery. And going past the edges, she looked to steer it down towards third man more than cut it. And Knight, who's part of sister, who's a twin, both of them playing in this game. And when they came in 1990, in 2019, both of the twins played.
Yes, I
And
remember
that's
that.
a rare occasion. I think. Part. Here is Alain outside the off stump. Good judgment. And no shot played by Casey Knight. You hardly see a batter playing no shot in a 2020 match.
That's a nice one, Sean, but I guess you'll see it a bit in ladies cricket. That's true. As you come down to the end of the innings, really, it's getting a little bit more nicer in terms of an exciting match. She's out.
And she's gone. She's got her marching orders again from umpire, the Trinidadian Rajkumar, and he's had a lot of work to do, giving decisions, and she's gone for a duck.
LBW.
Yeah.
A slow delivery, and it came down so slow. Yorker linked to her. She missed it completely. Sherry Ann Fraser gone for a duck. 54 for 3 now. It's all happening. And that run rate has gone up to 6.60. So it's gone above now.
So from 54 for 1, it's quickly 54 for 3, because Gajnabi has been removed for 14, and now Fraser has been removed for a duck. And in comes Sharita Grimman. So can this be a final twist as the light begins to fade and the artificial lights begin to come on? Because there's another match tonight starting at 7, Trinidad and Tobago versus Jamaica. The very experienced Haley Matthews, produced for the West Indies with both bat and ball. That's in the air, agonizingly close to the fielder at the short mid-wicket position. Jumped, but just couldn't pull the ball down. And she gets the single. So she goes now to 29. It's 55 for 3. They're chasing 87 to win. Good afternoon, Clyde Butts.
Good afternoon again, Sean. A very interesting game. It's going to be a very tight game, but this batting order is a little strange to me. Very strange, because I cannot see why Toussaint is not batting. Why is she playing? Somebody has to explain this. This is certainly very strange.
Here is Haley Matthews, and back goes the new batter, Grimman. No, that's yes. So that's Grimman, and plays it into the onside, and there's no run. So a lot here on Campbell's shoulders. She's on 29 if Guyana is to win this match.
I think when you've got a target like this, you don't panic. Yeah, and I have a feeling that the Guyana camp has panicked a little, because I couldn't see how Fraser could have batted at that time when you've got Toussaint in the squad. Therefore, I'm actually very baffled when I thought even Toussaint should have opened the button. So very strange happening, and I'm just wondering if you're panicking a little in the Guyana's camp.
So Alin picking up 2 quick wickets, and this is bowled. A big swing and a miss. And at the non-strikers end, Campbell is on her hunches. She's saying maybe to herself, what a terrible shot you played. We're in a position to bat sensibly, and there you go, throwing your wicket away with a wild swing. Missed and was bowled for a duck. So that's the second making a duck, and all of a sudden, from 54 for 1, Guyana now 55 for 5, for 4. Yeah, 54 for 4, 55 for
Well,
4.
I'm not going to say anything anymore, Sean. I'm just going to concentrate on the cricket. That was a very, very indigenous shot. It was a wild swing to leg, and as I look out, I see Smart now goes out to bat.
Definitely something must be wrong with Toussaint.
Well, I think it's panic. I think they're definitely panicking in the Guyana's camp. Probably thinking that they need somebody to swipe a few deliveries. I know Smart can bat a bit. I know she has opened the batting for Guyana in T20 games and so on. But you know, it's been a very strange batting lineup. Very strange, to say the least.
So Smart will need to play smart cricket, and gets her first delivery, drives back towards the bowler, and another important dot goes into the scorebook, and it's 55 for 4, 16 overs gone, 24 balls left.
Well, I think Guyana, Barbados has got their tails up. You're in the driving seat at the moment with wickets tumbling. You've got to score what, some 32 runs still. That's roughly about 7 runs or 7 runs or thereabouts and over. 8 runs and over. You should be still looking to cruise that. Your captain out there, the captain just needs support. And we have seen 3-4 wickets gone down in the past couple of overs. No run really being scored. So Campbell will have to take as much of the strike as possible.
And generally, for the most part of the innings, the run rate was less than a run a ball. Now
And
it's gone
Sean,
to
when you
more
look
than
at
a run a ball.
Matthew's bowling, she's bowled 7 runs, 1 wicket.
And that's a welcome boundary. Pulled away by Campbell. And she goes now into the 30s.
Well, I think Campbell has to stay there to the end. She will have to show that she is
A West Indies
premier,
player.
the premier player for Guyana at the moment. And show that she has played at the top. She's accustomed to playing under pressure. And she will have to make sure that she stays there right out to the end. Having said that, though, with Matthews bowling out, that might just ease the pressure a little bit on Guyana. Yes, they've still got good bowlers out there, Barbados. So they're an experienced team.
In. And that's hit. Oh my dear, she's caught at mid-off. Playing a big drive, couldn't keep it down. Up a shot and went straight to mid-off. Could this be the final nail in the coffin for Guyana? We've still not seen Toussaint coming out yet. And
I think Toussaint is now going to bat. But certainly a strange batting lineup. But again, I think it's the pressure that has been put on Campbell that has caused the wicket. Because
yeah, she's gone for
wickets were
33.
tumbling at the other end. He was left there trying to think, well, she's got to try and score some runs. Wickets are falling all around me. I've got to try and get the score. A lot of pressure on her, and she was looking to score. That was a delivery that was pitched up. She was looking to hit it probably over mid-off. Didn't get under it enough and end up hitting it out straight out to Shakira Selman at mid-off.
So she's made 33 and falling at 59 with a loss of 5 wickets now. They were 54 for 1 and now they're 59 for 5. It's a dramatic collapse. Wide delivery, no movement. Batted it and it went by to be taken by the keeper. So Toussaint finally in and she is gonna partner Tremaine Smart. Can they take Guyana to a victory? Good delivery and oh my dear, she's run out. Yes, she's run out looking for a single there and she didn't actually know where the ball went. I didn't seem to realize the ball was behind her and she's been run out for a duck. More bad luck for the Guyana team, but good work, good alertness by the Barbados side.
That's good alert cricket from the fielding side. It was a delivery that was pitched up. She was dropping it. And I think when you look at the other batter didn't move I don't think there was any shouting. You have to shout in a case like that. Would say, stay, get in your crease. She was looking to her single, didn't realize where the ball went and was run out. Good work by the wicketkeeper going and again being alert to the situation. And she came charging in from behind the stumps. She's standing a good way back. She ran up all the way and Schultz got round. And again, Schultz didn't try to dung in her bat either. She just really went with her bat over and drop it down. And no, so you try and ground your bat and slide it in.
Guess this one into the onside. Return is coming in, well backed up. And the total now going up to 60. 60 for 6. 1 ball left, barring a no ball or a wide in the 17th over.
Well, Smart, the other experienced player in this team who has been around for a very long time. We'll have to see Guyana to a victory, I think, if they're going to achieve victory. Munis will come back, we know that, but certainly I think a lot would depend on Smart out in the middle.
Another single takes Guyana closer and closer to that landmark, but now Barbados only need 4 more wickets or tight overs and restrict Guyana to below
26 runs required from 18 deliveries. You've got 4 wickets in hand. You're batting against an experienced bowling lineup. But Smart is an experienced cricketer. When you look at who were to come as well, that's a case of some inexperienced lower order batsmen. So that thing could put a lot on the Guyana team. I think Smart has to try and bat. When I say bat, she'll try and win it from in front, not wait until the end. She's got to look to keep scoring. Schultz has got to look to support her as much as possible, picking up the strike, rotating the strike, and Smart probably looking for the big shots.
When Mentor was LBW to Bruce for 4, it was 9 for 1 in the fifth over, 4.1, and then a good partnership between Campbell and Gajnabi. But now it's all going down. Here's a ball that's on the line of the middle and leg stump. A quick single taken and almost suicidal.
That's panic station.
Yeah,
that's
almost
station.
Suicidal.
I think
just hit the ball straight to the fielder, and luckily for Smart, the fielder didn't hit the stumps.
I think that's panic station. You just, once I hit the ball, we're gonna run, and that is a danger in itself, because you've got to make sure you hit the ball away from the fielders. Barbados here as well might maybe just missing a little trick. I think when you're bowling to a low order batter, you need the field probably a little bit more behind and a little closer. Without the fielder short toward man and backward point probably needs to just go wrong.
Oh my dear, Schultz is wrapped on the pad, and that one.
She's bold.
She's
not
bold.
wrapped on the pad. She's bold.
Yeah, she's bold. I didn't even see that.
So she's on her way.
Yeah, and it gets worse for Guyana. Now 62 for the loss of 7 wickets. It was 9 for 1. Then a good partnership between Gajnabi and Campbell. Gajnabi was removed for 14 at 54 for 2. Then all going down. 54 for 3, 55 for 9 for 6.
Yep, and I'm sure there'll be no Mangru to bat. So definitely in a lot of trouble, Guyana at the moment.
Good delivery again, looking for a quick single, and the return fired in. Barely missed the woodwork. And they look for a second, but that's not on. So Smart back in strike, and 63 for 7. Technically, 53 for 8.
Touch and run.
Yeah.
Really for the batters out in the middle. Anything that's hit the bat, we're gonna run. So, well, Smart is actually gonna try and give her the charge here. You look at the field, 5 people in the circle. A little surprise.
Hit away, but just for a single. So not a run, but they've got to try and score at least 2 in each ball, because the run rate is now over 6.
You need a couple of boundaries.
Yeah, that would be even better. Edged and brilliantly taken. That's a magnificent catch by Knights.
That was a ball pitched up wide outside the off stump. She was looking for drive.
Yeah, looking to
drive outside off stump. Got the edge, and the ball was traveling and going wide of the wicket keeper, and she had to dive to her right. It was like it was going low. It was going a little high as well, which makes it even more difficult to take. But she dives and took it with her one hand stretched out. Good catch, and more pressure, on the Demerara, on the Guyana team. I'm going back to Demerara and on the Guyana team. I think they're in tremendous pressure, and I think Barbados will be thinking here, well, we have won this, with Giddings now coming out.
Yeah, Giddings, the oldest person in this match, along with Smart. So the 2 oldest persons in the Guyana team facing the oldest person in the Barbados team, because they're 36 each, and Selman is 32. And it's going to be a battle for survival. What Smart would hope is that Giddings survive these balls or get bat on ball, and she gets back the strike. Because Giddens' batting ability does not inspire much hope.
Well, it's only one delivery, and you would think that
Oh
she
my
would
dear,
just
that's
not look for that single.
and she did.
Well, I wasn't expecting, because I think that's the last ball on the over. Yes, it is, and I'm surprised that Smart actually.
Yeah, Smart wasn't really smart on that occasion. 65 for 8. 18 overs gone. So that means you've got 12 balls left. Smart is on 3. And Giddens with that single is on 1.
That wasn't smart cricket by Smart. I think when senior batter, and it comes down to 20 runs from 2 overs, you need to. And that last single there, you would have thought that she would think, well, I'm just going to wait and I'm going to take the strike and see what I can do at the other end.
So Giddens gets ready to face Allen in maybe her last over and steers it competently down towards third man with an open face and gets off strike, gets the second run.
Well, she gets off strike, gets a run, and now we'll have to wait and see what Smart is going to do. I think Smart is to attack. She's going to look to attack. She would maybe want to say, I have to get a boundary or 2 in this over if Guyana is going to win.
Yeah,
And Barbados, on the other hand, would be saying, well, if we can just keep them down to singles in this over, the last over, you'll be giving the bowler some 12, 13 runs to bowl at. I think that is going to give you the option of winning the game.
Well, the required rate is up to 11.45 already, and it's going up more after this dot ball. So 66 for 8, and the required run rate now going to 12.
Well, I think Guyana have thrown away one of their glorious opportunities to beat a Barbados team.
Allen in fading light, and
that's
hit
cracking shot.
exquisitely through the gap. Into the boundary it goes, and that's 4. Is this too little, too late?
No, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. A couple of boundaries here, and then make sure that Smart gets the strike for the last over. I think this is still this could still be a good game.
Lovely
This could
shot
still
by
be a good
Tremaine
game.
Smart. She moves to 7. More importantly, the run rate has dropped back to 11.33, and 70 for 8. They need 87, which means they need 17 more. And this is hit into the onside inadvertently because she didn't even know where that ball was. Looked to tap it into the onside for an easy single. And then
You get the impression that Smart is not counting how many deliveries. I think that was the 4th delivery. She was looking to just work it on the onside for singles. She still needs to be positive and then look to get a single off the last delivery.
and this time she plays a lazy dab and misses the ball.
Well, she
So
has to look
this
to
is
take
her
a single
last
now.
delivery. And yes, she's got to take a single. So 1 ball left in the penultimate over. And she's down the track and edges it for 4.
Well,
But
you don't set field for those.
Yes.
That's a good shot. That's 4 runs, edged wide outside off stump, edged down to third. Fine, very fine. Third man, 4 runs. So that's 4 runs. That's giving Guyana the score down to 74. 10 runs to get. 13 runs to get
13
in the
in the
last
last
over. That's a tough, especially when
and Giddens is in strike.
Giddings, you think,
Yeah.
is in strike. You've got Selman bowling, an experienced cricketer that has been around for quite a few years. I've got loads of international experience on our side. And I'm sure they'll be thinking, well, we just need to ensure that we get Giddings on strike. A little surprised that the field is actually this deep for to Giddings, especially the ones on the offside and the single. They would have been very close to look and save that single.
Yes, if you protect the boundaries, then you've got to bring in the field to stop the single, because if she goes over the top, you've already got a person on the deep mid-wicket boundary.
Yeah, I
You've
think
got the long on.
those people need to be as close as possible and to save that single.
and a single. They wouldn't go back for two. If Tremaine Smart had not slipped, she was going back for second.
That wouldn't have been smart cricket.
No, that would have been foolish.
That would not have been smart cricket.
So luckily for Guyana, she slipped. But it's still Barbados in the driving seat. They need 14
you
runs.
never know. You never know. When you look at the field, you've got the three out on the boundaries, on the leg side, deep backward square, mid wicket and a long on, a cover on the boundary, a sweep on the offside.
Selman comes in and bowls and dropped.
Dropped.
And a single taken.
And again, I don't think that was wise in taking the single, but she obviously trusts her partner. That her partner can go after the bowling, so we'll just have to wait and see.
So 4 balls left, barring a wide or a no ball, and we can see a couple of no balls, couple of wides. I'm sure that that's not going to happen, because Selman is very, very experienced. Comes in and bowls to the left-handed Giddens, and Giddens is looking to hit it into the onside. She does, and a single, good single as she dived in. Looked like she's diving into the Castellani pool or the Colburn pool, and she makes it. So 77 for 8, 3 deliveries left, 12 to Tremaine Smart, and 4 to 10 from 3 balls. Selman in, bowls, down the track she comes, and hits it into the onside, gives the strike towards to Giddens, and she's gone now to 12. 4 to Giddens, who's back in strike, 9 to get from 2 balls. A 6 and a 4. Easy.
Yes. It just depends on who is batting. So it's easy when you say easy. It depends on who is batting, and I
Chris
don't
Gayle
think
was
it's
batting.
easy with.
Oh, that's hit hard, but straight to the fielder. And well, let's hope from a Guyana's perspective that there's a no ball being bowled, but the experience of Selman wouldn't want that. 79 for 8, 1 ball to go. They need to get 87. They
6.
86. Yeah.
No, a 6 now.
Oh,
Here goes. So what does it that? Nowhere. She's out,
Yeah.
caught at mid-off run and takes the catch. I think Guyana had just threw away a good game. And they were
Yes.
supposed to win. I think they showed a lot of panic in terms of their planning and what went on. I think when you're chasing that side of target, your captain is out there batting. Why not send a batter, Toussaint as a batter, and you just tend to experiment there a little. I think it's more panic than anything else. I think they panicked, and hence they've lost this game. Yes, Barbados bowled well. You cannot get away from that. I think they bowled very well. They bowled with discipline. They bowled fairly straight, not giving the batters any chance to use their arms to hit square of the wicket, and kept things very tight from the time they started in the power play right through. The seamers bowled very well, and then the one spinner that bowled, Haley Matthews, bowled pretty well as well. Bowled 4 overs to 7 runs. I think that shows that, you're a defending champion and you're going to defend whatever you make. And they've done it well.
yeah, certainly a good performance all round by the Barbados team. They defended a relatively low total, and once Campbell got out for 33, nobody else offered prolonged resistance. Smart 13 are out. 13 last ball she was out at the end, and 14 to Gajnabi. But Wicket stumbled in a heap, and that's why Guyana are on the losing side.
I agree with you. I think when you're chasing a target, you tend to know what you're going to do. You must plan how you're going to get the run. I think early on you allow Barbados to get away with too many tight deliveries, not rotating the strike earlier on. And then even in the middle, when Gajnabi went out, she failed to really rotate.
Well,
and
we'll need the bowling figures.
to convert the strike, so that's what put pressure on them. And now, certainly, Barbados this afternoon has played a good game and they've won.
Yes, Barbados winning. So they start with a win, the defending champions. And here we go before we come back for the final game tonight. On behalf of Clyde Butts and Matthew Kissoon, Sean Dever saying goodbye for now.